So the buzz ball got more alcohol content.
I just started drinking cut water.
I love now cut water. And give me, see, no, that's how him grinded me up the last time when I was on that cut water up here. I don't do the cut water. It's too much. You just need one. Then the two is going to get you loose as a goose.
Oh yeah, I went to
Oh, see, you need two buzz balls, and that's weird. Today's buzz ball flavor is berry cherry limeade. Okay, it's the blue one. Okay, for all my black folk, get the blue buzz ball. Okay,
Just real quick, Saad. It wasn't the cut water that did it. Just FYI.
So let me tell you him. Okay, so a part of it, now I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm being 100% honest. A part of it wasn't, but then
Like 90%.
80% was the cut water.
No.
Cause I be holding back. I'm trying to be stoic. Ain't that how y'all used to?
I'm just saying, like the speed, processing speed is probably the biggest issue. Damn, man, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. DJ Hampton SMP, Women's POV, we in the building.
It's a stampede! DJ Ham the Stampede. DJ Ham the Stampede.
Aaliyah, what's poppin'?
Hey, what's up?
What's good? Are you all right? Everything golden?
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Wrestle, what's poppin'? My bad, the sound effect was loud. What'd you say?
nothing much, usual, just working, surviving, usual.
Mm-hmm. Surviving or thriving?
I mean, both. They go hand in hand sometimes.
Russell, don't start that sometime shit for no reason.
It's too early, Ham.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you didn't even have to say something. You just forced that in there that time. Pause.
Wow. Perfect.
Wife school was goody.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Hamp.
Was goody, man. How you, man? How the weather up north?
We're getting there. We need the sun to kick up some warmth so we can melt this snow. That'd be great.
Indeed.
Perfect.
What's up, man? Shout out to the shovelers, man. Tay, what's goody?
Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on with you, Happy?
Oh, yeah, motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, motherfucker.
Bodies. Perfect.
What's the hot topic? I mean, what's the hot product we got right now?
We got hot cakes right now flying off the cliff.
What's that?
It's the intimate elixir that you put on your body everywhere you sweat to keep you from smelling real bad. Because it yeah.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
Pleasureplug.fun, man. Somebody circulate the link in the chat, please. Go shop. The stuff Tay sent me, my wife be using all of that shit, man. And they think it is actually effective. I'm usually skeptical about a whole bunch of products, but I got to give them things kudos. I ain't gonna lie.
Perfect.
She even sent me a bar of black soap.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about using it, which is pretty impressive, right? But I ain't seen nothing that clear you out like the Irish Spring, though.
Oh my God!
I'm trying to tell you, boy.
I'm just saying.
Yo, man, you be clean with Irish Spring, Tay. You can start a fire as dry as you be once you're done with it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And that's the problem.
Ain't no smooth surfaces with no Irish Spring, but
that's how you know you clean, though, man.
It's squeaky clean. That balance gets you squeaky clean, and that fresh do too. I'm just saying.
That's a fact, man. That shit got lye in it.
Perfect.
Saw, what's popping?
What's up, y'all?
How you? Everything golden?
Shit like that. Shit like that.
It's crazy that you said that because I literally was in my head, was about to tell y'all that I'm living my life like it's golden. That is crazy.
What?
Yes. Okay. Also, I would like to, give a little shout out to my homegirl, Dr. G. We will be dropping our first YouTube video next month. Conversations from the Clouds.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Stay tuned.
That's what's up, man. Wow. Make sure y'all also follow all the ladies at their @names, Instagram. I think it's mostly Instagram. So get a lady to follow, right, as they continue to build their platforms and opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
It is lit, man. Callie was good.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's up, man? How you?
I'm all right, chilling. I'm breathing. Can't complain. You know.
Who's gonna listen, right?
Perfect.
Exactly.
I like it, man.
Nobody, man.
Mm-hmm. The women's POV, we are here.
Women's POV, a place to be heard. When it's POV, I need a word with my girls. When it's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives now. Women, ladies, put the kids to bed and pull up a seat. We don't judge, come up, just say what's up before you speak. Tuesday night, this night, this might be risky every week. So let your head down, pour the wine up and get ready for the tea. It's a different outlook, trying to find out what is missing. DJ HAMP gon' let you cook to edify and not to burn down the kitchen. Relationships, kids, new women just want, don't judge. Girl, we listening, don't judge. Yeah, girl, we listening, don't judge. Don't judge. Cause girls just wanna fight and women just wanna have fun. Women's POV, I need a word with my girls. Women's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives now.
Perfect.
I like that shit, fo.
Hey, man, if you need your tune for your podcast or inspiration or whatever it is, please get in contact with my man Tokyo Fo. If you can't get in contact with him, get in contact with me. I'll get you in contact with him. You heard? Get it poppin'. So everybody good? Put a 1 in the chat if you good. I apologize. It's updating slow with the comments on my StreamYard. They're on time on the live stream from YouTube, so I'm just trying to look at them. But they coming in like a little late. You usually got to calibrate, so it take like the first 10 minutes or so just speed up. So the Daily though in the building. Ladies, talk your shit. Salute to the chat. Make sure I make the Money Talks on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. In the Discord, man, they laid some hell of a game down last week, man, regarding like CapEx expenditure, how when companies are spending a lot of money, people get cold feet because they're like, damn, why are they spending all that money? What's going to be the return? You know? However, when they're spending that money because they see something to invest in, right? They're pouring money into the company in hopes that bolsters, and these companies have been getting it right for a long time. So I learned a lot from last Thursday. So please get in there with Daily and Obstacles Opportunities and learn something, man. All right, y'all good? All right, Callie, we need your help. You heard? Listen, let me say something to you real quick. This shit right here ain't gonna work. All right,
okay.
Get your buzzball and get your bogey out the way. All right, this shit right.
I got tomato sauce under my fingernail.
Jesus Christ! All right, nigga.
I'm sorry, kind of classy, kind of hood. Sorry.
Emphasis on the hood part. So the pick me. Give me the definition.
A pick me? You want me to get it? Okay. All right. A chick that will spout the men's talking points, no matter how outlandish or incendiary that it is, just for little pats on the head, for some niggas that ain't finna fuck with you no way.
Damn. Okay, I wasn't expecting that definition. That is the definition?
It's part of
For
it.
the most part, yeah.
Okay, so you, based on the definition, it has a negative connotation for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so you're saying that a pick me is saying the same thing the men are saying without a return on the investment?
No. Okay, so the pick me will agree with the most outlandish shit. Like, I agree to be swatted by my husband like some domestic discipline type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some outrageous stuff.
Need to be what?
Like swatted. Like, you know how back in the day in school you used to get swatted at
Like,
school with the paddle with the holes in it type stuff with the duct tape on the end? Yeah.
oh, so she says women should abide by domestic discipline, like as an extreme talking point.
Yeah.
Now
She'll
I've
go ahead
seen
and she'll agree with that.
okay, but I've seen people be labeled pick me for simply agreeing or reiterating points that men said that weren't extreme like that one.
True. Now, the term has been bastardized. I cannot deny that at all. Because, I mean, I have mixed views or whatever, right? So even I've been labeled a pick me once by someone just for agreeing with Trigger Mike on something, and it wasn't even anything outlandish. So
Okay.
yeah, the term has been bastardized, but that is what it is.
Okay. Now, how is it majority used?
Majority used.
You gotta talk a little faster.
Mm.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, majority used, I would say like a lot of these chicks really don't know like the actual definition of it, so it is misused more often than not.
Okay. So is that now the norm, the misuse of it?
I don't know about the norm though, but I will say that there has been a rise from my purview of the word being misused.
Okay.
Because everybody used to not be labeled a pick me, but now it seems like anytime depending on who it is that's commenting, depending on the female that's commenting, you will get labeled a pick me for some regular shit.
All right. So okay. So yeah. So what I've seen from my anecdotal
Mhm.
experience over the course of the last 3 years, it's used much more loosely, just based on the women agreeing. So I've seen it. Aaliyah get labeled it. I've seen Coach Tay get labeled it as an example. Based on a talking point like, hey, listen to your man, or the man's the leader, or it'd just be something very like hierarchical, and then instantly they get hit with that honey bun. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I could agree with that. I would say that it is probably if they miss the nuance in whatever it is that they're saying, that I can see them being labeled as a pick me. If the listener missed the nuance in what they were saying, or they missed the context of the conversation.
Okay. Yeah. So I most often just heard it simply, oh, you agreeing with the men, so you'll pick me. Full stop.
Yeah, I would say that
Okay. Now,
that's definitely
yeah,
on the rise for sure.
count. You talking too slow. All right. So now, how about Mammy? Define that for me.
Mammy is a married pick me.
Hey, did anybody write that wife school? Can you be described, please?
I'm writing it, but go ahead, white school.
Well, no, I said, can anybody write it? Then I picked wife school. Are you writing it? Saud, are you writing it?
Yeah, I'm writing it.
Okay. All right, cool. So wife school, you good then. It seemed like wife school looked like she writing. She did have a pen. See, I thought I saw. Okay. All right, so Saud describe. All right, cool. Mammy, go. Please.
Oh, to me, a mammy is a married pick me for the most part.
A mammy is a married pick me?
Yep.
So negative connotation as well?
Yes.
So is she looked at as somebody who's saying it because she's trying to say the right things because she married, but she don't actually believe it, and she's miserable in the marriage? Is that like the connotation?
Not so much miserable in the marriage, but she thinks that her archetype is like if she is like happy or whatever like that, and she's cool, then and she may get labeled a mammy if she projects out as to like that's supposed to be everybody's situation, that every nigga is like her nigga.
Okay, so she might be happy, and she says you can do it too.
No. I'm saying that if she is happy and she cool or whatever like that, right? Like her nigga is a stand-up nigga. The mammy is the one that will say that every nigga is like her nigga, and we know that every nigga is like not like your nigga.
So I have a question. I thought a pick me had to be single. I thought this was a woman who's auditioning for a man. So I thought if you're in a relationship or if you're married, you can't be categorized as a pick me because you already got your man.
Yeah, that's why you a mammy instead.
Oh, so a mammy can be married or in a relationship.
Yeah.
But a mammy's not a pick me, just so we're clear. That's something different.
Right, that's something different. You basically saying the same shit that the pick me does, except you're attached to somebody.
Okay, I got you now.
So a pick me and a mammy is single versus
that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Yeah,
so same
and you assume that and you toss away anybody else's point of view because you think that all niggas is your nigga.
Do these two archetypes, pick me and mammy, believe what they're saying?
I don't know, because you got chameleons too, so I don't know.
Well, do the pick me or mammy though? How it's often used, do the people think they believe what they're saying?
No, there's a hint of disingenuousness in there, but you can't prove it, so it's never really verbalized like that. That's reserved for chameleons. Chameleons are the ones where you be like, I know she don't believe that shit, because they actually, then people like maybe have some context into their background or how they are in like other areas or something like that. So yeah, that would be a chameleon. A chameleon is one that you would get labeled as if you know what their background is or you have other context as to their behavior outside of this little box or this one stream that you see them on.
So see, I'm looking at my experience with it, and I've heard that most often that the pick me is like a panderer.
A pick me is a female simp.
Well, I said panderer.
Oh, same difference.
No, so the panderer, see, because like for instance, I guess maybe it's semantics. So, but you see, the panderer is saying what they want to hear, regardless if he believes it. The pick me is saying what they want to hear, regardless if she believes it. Okay, how about a hoe?
A hoe is somebody who gives up her box without any discretion, or without any discretion or very little discretion. It's like just fucking for the fuck of it.
Okay. No commitment, no strings attached. His last name is inconsequential. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Nickname even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%. They be like, I'll see you later, DJ. Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. John, whoever the fuck.
Yeah, went right over Cali head. That's all good. How about?
No, it didn't go over my head.
How about?
I remember that story you told, talking about somebody said that thought that your first name was DJ and was calling you DJ like that was your first name. Yeah, it didn't go over my head.
Shout out to her. How about Hyena?
Hyena. Okay, so the first time I heard Hyena was over here, over the last maybe like year and a half, I think, something like that, roughly. Okay. A hyena is basically a hyena is like a windmiller. That's the best connotation that I've been able to grasp from it, based off of who they call a hyena and when.
What you mean?
A windmiller, like, they'll get, you know how I get sometimes, yeah. Loud, talking shit, cussing, hyena.
I don't know. I think your definition was a little bit more spot on him.
Mine?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What's his definition of a hyena? I wasn't
Well,
here for that.
yeah. So essentially, the animal is a very accurate representation of that of the woman's modus operandi. So, like as an example, the animal itself is a matriarchy. The males are treated like shit. If you got a male run, oftentimes they die because they don't feed it, they don't look to feed it, nothing like that. So that's the disposition. Also, hyenas cackle regardless. In a fight, they cackle. Out of a fight, they cackle. Conversing with each other, they cackle. You know, um, and hi, big baby. And so, essentially, that's the disposition of the woman. She represents the hyena in its truest nature.
So like even if she's being insulted, she'll be like ha ha ha. She'll like laugh it off type stuff. You talking about like that?
Oh, I'm just
Cackling?
saying how she's acting, right? Cackle can be over talking, out talking, interrupting, not listening, loud, obnoxious, belligerent. That's what I thought hyena meant. The women, and also think about the matriarchy aspect. So I don't need men. Men ain't shit. Men ain't the leaders. All that would also apply. Hence the
Okay, yeah, I think I like your definition is more in depth and has more context. Yeah, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's like the hyena was picked purposely to represent that archetype.
Yeah, I thought it was just like, somebody that's loud and boisterous.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you got that one?
Honestly, I didn't. I was about to ask you. So basically, they just a joke.
No, not basically.
They are a joke.
No.
Oh, give it a definition because I didn't get it. I got.
All right now. It's a lot, but did you get the okay? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all got it. Ladies, did y'all understand what I was saying?
Yeah.
Like I understood the acknowledging.
All right, good. So I don't want to repeat it. As long as y'all understand it, you don't have to write it. It's okay.
Okay.
I just needed the other ones because I understood those a little less than the hyena one. I understand.
I got the other two for sure. Well, the other three for sure. Yeah.
Okay. The sisterhood. Go ahead, Callie.
The sisterhood is women that will defend other women no matter how egregious her behavior is. They will find some kind of excuse for them to not be accountable for whatever behavior it is that they're displaying.
Sorry, Callie. One more time.
Somebody who will defend female behavior no matter how egregious it is and find some kind of excuse as to not hold her accountable for said behavior.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, that one's pretty simple. Like hella hot water. Do they champion negative shit too? Yes.
I mean, yes, but at the same time too, how you say that how you say that silence is like co-signing.
Yes.
So I would say that the person that says silent is also considered part of the sisterhood, just based off of the responses that I've seen.
Yeah, I remember we had one show. A woman said that she had sex with 4 guys over the course of a 24-hour period. And when she said it, the ladies were like, what? And then she's like this. What happens in Vegas, and the ladies that first looked like she was crazy said with her in unison, stays in Vegas. So they literally judged her with facial expressions. Tay was there. And then they finished the quote about Vegas with her. That is some diabolical shit, boy.
I mean, just because they finished the quote don't mean they agree. Like everybody,
right? That's where it gets tricky. That's where it gets tricky with the silence. I understand the silence, or whatever. I understand where the other men are coming from when it comes to the silence. Like silence is like co-signing because you're not calling it out. But I also understand like in this, huh?
They weren't silent in the example I'm giving.
No, but I'm saying, but I also understand that just because you finish a well-known quote doesn't mean that you're also co-signing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, that's bullshit. See, because here's the
That's
thing:
not.
when somebody is saying, so think about this. This how this is. Let me ask y'all a question: is that disgusting or not?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
What, 4 niggas in 24 hours? That's hella disgusting. Yes.
Okay. So think about how egregious is that egregious or no?
It's egregious.
Yes, it
is it
is.
trifling or not?
Very
It's trife.
Is it diabolical?
It is.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Even.
Okay.
It's very dangerous.
Okay. So think about somebody saying something egregious, right? Egregious. And then because they say a quote, I say it with them. You have no
Right.
discernment.
Right.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's more so about finishing the quote than it is about seeing or it's more about finishing the quote than it is about understanding that how it would look on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? The more the initial thought is finishing the quote, the secondary thought is, dang, maybe I probably shouldn't have said that watching the playback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
but
secondary.
she prefaced it with saying that she did something horrendous, and you basically agreed after the fact. So if you couldn't even,
Well, no, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think it was
When they
more
finish
so
the
an
quote,
agreement.
they're not agreeing,
Yeah,
right?
it
When they
was.
finish in the quote, they're not agreeing, but they're not thinking about what it looks like on the outside looking into the audience, that it looks like you're agreeing right now. That's a
So
secondary
basically,
thought.
they should have said what happens and when they said stays in Vegas. They should have been like ho, but this didn't, and that was some hoe ass shit, and it
Right,
would have been cleared
like
up.
finish it. If you gonna finish the quote, say the other shit after the fact that matches your facial expression when she first said that
Remember, we're
she
assessing
screwed 4 dudes in
sisterhood.
one day.
Remember, we're assessing sisterhood. I want y'all to realize that the display, the fact that we have to talk through this when y'all want to make sense out of somebody making light of something egregious, is literally a pure example of what the detriment of the sisterhood potentially.
No, what I'm saying is I understand. That's all that I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's what
But
I'm
see, but
saying.
see, but see, you know what? That's the same shit, right? That's the same shit. Because I understand when like that type of mindset or whatever like that. Now I could be considered part of the sisterhood because I'm quote unquote double minded. I see what it is or whatever how you explaining it,
What
and
is
I
it?
also see just fit. What are you talking about?
What is it though? What are you seeing that you understand? What's the understand?
Oh, because it's just a popular quote. So I'm just going to finish it, not realizing or not even thinking firstly how it looks on the outside. That is that you're actually co-signing said behavior.
That's not good.
I can see what Callie's saying because sometimes we just do things
Good morning, first
automatically
and
without
foremost.
thinking.
Hey, Coco.
Oh, hi. Oh my God. Hello,
Raised by
hey,
wolves, boy.
ladies. How are y'all doing?
Hey,
Excuse my
listen. There's Coco. We understand what she's saying. The point is, it's bullshit. That's the point.
But how is it bullshit? Because unconsciously, you're gonna be like
That's crazy.
If
Vegas.
you're
What
in a
happened to
room,
Vegas stays in Vegas. Like, do you know how long they program? That's like you going. That's like you riding in the car and they start playing Barney. I don't know.
man,
Whatever song you know, and you subconsciously just sing it because you know the song.
This
We're
is the
not agreeing
song
with the
that
behavior.
doesn't end.
Oh, can
that's
I
like
add
if
this?
somebody say, "Oh, it's good to go steal from the store at like nighttime. It's good to go shop at Walmart at night because there's not too many people there to check the receipts, so you can get away with stealing." And then you be like, "Yeah, that's right. I know that's like you agree." Like right after
But
like
that's two
see,
different
but like
kinds.
if
No,
somebody say
it's
that,
not the same thing. It's not.
Because you know
Because
it, don't mean you have to finish it though. Like you can finish
that's
it
what
in
I'm
your head if
saying.
that's the case. If that's the case, if you have to finish it in your head. That makes sense too. If
Like
that's
say
what
go
you gotta
still at
do,
this time. Like
if that's what
you're
you
gonna be like,
gotta
yeah,
do,
that's a good time.
you finish it in your head.
Y'all be so political correct for me. Like this is crazy.
But
I
that's
mean,
what we're
I'm just saying,
talking
if
about.
that's gonna be your argument. Oh well, I gotta finish the quote because I know it. Okay.
But the
If that's
question
the argument,
is,
you
after
can.
that statement was said, was there any further
And this is what I said,
conversation?
Coco, before you came. I said they should have just said, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but that was some hoe ass shit. Like, so we acknowledge it, bitch. We don't agree with you because you was a hoe for that. But damn, we know
It's
the
the
truth.
it's right. It's the automatic assumption that people are going to take into account my initial facial expression, like of disgust, right? But you know what I'm saying. But people don't, and they don't have to either, right? You know what I'm saying. So that's why I said it's a secondary thought because their first thought was, "Hey, that shit is fucking disgusting."
No.
But just
My
finishing the
first thought
quote is
is
just
y'all
finishing
be
the quote.
psychoanalyzing people, and that'd be crazy to me.
But
Well,
we need
It's
to
not even
because it's a
psychoanalyzing
detriment to
though.
us, and if we're agreeing with this so-called
Psychoanalyzing?
Sisterhood,
No,
Sorry,
that's bullshit.
you got to hear what White School's saying.
no, I'm just saying like this is good because that's why we need to psychoanalyze it because we're trying to justify something that may not be good for us or the group, and so by us just like saying, "Oh, squirrel," like girl just said she was a hoe, but like, well, oh, squirrel, so let's say it's in Vegas, like our attention is gone. Like there's something
But for
wrong there.
you to sit there and say, because I finished a quote, I agree with this hoe is fucking crazy to me.
So now you're gonna label me as what? A pygmy or a mammy?
I'm not going to
Again,
label you as
that's what it goes
anything.
to.
I'm not going to label you as anything because I don't get into the labels. But I think it is insane that because someone agrees with a quote, now they are stamped as agreeing with it or champion on whole shit. No, the
Yeah,
whole
but it was
shit was
used
the
in a
whole
context.
shit.
It was
But the
that
quote
phrase
was used
in
to
the context of
justify the whole shit. The
yes.
quote was used to justify the whole shit. So if you like, it's like she said, I slept with 4 men in 24 hours. But you know what happens? But you know, like it's that. But you know what happens in Vegas, and then
Right.
niggas
Like
like
it's
people's
okay.
like stays in Vegas. You
No
right?
sex.
Like you know what?
No
Right,
sex.
like I said,
No, you are not right.
people don't have to take into account or register your initial reaction, your facial expression because that's nonverbal, right? So anybody who's not necessarily looking at the screen is not going to see your nonverbal
Hey,
facial expression.
all
That's why I
right,
said people don't
stop.
have to take that into
These are
account.
redundant. It's too redundant now, right? Let me put it so y'all can understand it
No,
well.
we understand it.
So this part, right? There was a rapper one time, he battling, and he's like, I'll do something, I'll have, something with somebody's daughter, right? The other battle rapper, right? And then the battle rapper says, my daughter's 15, right? And then he says, nigga, if she old enough to cross the street, she old enough to get. So you think because I know the quote, I'm justifying saying she to get hit? No. What the reason why he's saying it is bad. Right? So I'm in my mindset, it's bad. So once he finished that line, I said, nah, nigga, you fucking bugging. Just because I know the quote don't mean I repeat the quote when it's tied to something that's egregious. But the fact that you just going along is the definition of the sisterhood, and that's what makes it so detrimental. That like, see, you all. It's
Yeah,
like
I
you
said
gotta tie.
that.
You gotta
Okay,
tie.
so I
Hold on. When I'm done talking, y'all can go. That's why you have to tie it to something to where we're all sensitive, right? Also, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas is whole vernacular. You see, that's whole vernacular in itself that we're also ignoring. I'm done. Saad and Callie, y'all can go. And I don't know if Coco.
I digress because that I can see to that point a little bit better. I can now. When the rap battle got me.
That's what I told you.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's some fucked up shit. But I still think.
Not but.
Okay, so it ain't no but I'm just saying, like white schools, they said the squirrel, we really don't be thinking like that. So it just be like, yeah, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Ain't nobody, yeah, I get it, y'all win.
Saad. Wife school said we need to psychoanalyze because that lack of analysis, You got a woman who has sex with 4 men in a 24-hour period thinking that it's okay because she got confirmation from you.
But that I don't think that was confirmation, but I get it.
It is because she gonna stop listening once you finish the quote with her. She gonna skip along. Told you niggas. Zah said it was all right. Fuck out of here.
She gonna be like, exactly. Like, man, women disagree with me. She gonna be like, exactly. Like,
Yeah, no, because I would have finished the quote and I would have told the bitch that she was a hoe still. So it would
like
have been exactly no.
just now when Ham said the quote, I finished it, but I said, damn, because that's fucked up. You see how like you can't misconstrue that. Like
that's why I said
that was a perfect example. Just now that was a perfect example because I did indeed finish the quote. I finished the quote. I said, get hit. Damn. You feel me? So you can't misconstrue that. Damn. Came right after I said, damn, because that's fucked up. You see how you can't get that misconstrued? Just saying the quote, like just finishing it after, that could have just now, that could have been taken.
You know, I get that, but I just still think it's two different things. But I get the analogy.
Damn, the sisterhood may be the most egregious one of the 5 because it well what y'all think? So I want to walk through these. I have a couple questions. Which one do y'all want to focus on first? Let's get to that.
We could do the sisterhood.
None of these make sense.
The sisterhood gonna take the longest because niggas be acting like you part of the sisterhood, even though you just because you have a vagina, you part of the sisterhood. It don't matter what the fuck you say.
Go
I don't know.
That's gonna take the longest. You might want to go ahead and start with something else.
Can we start with Mammy?
Okay, let's start with Mammy.
Because that don't make no sense. It's an oxymoron. How you a married pick-me? Aren't you already, like, you're already picked? Like, it literally don't even make sense.
Yeah, that's why you're not a pick-me. That's why you're a mammy. That's why you're a mammy instead.
The only difference is that one is single and one is married. So there is that's the only difference. So it's just like you said, basically said that a mammy is a married pick-me. So
right. Or I said also like the talking points are similar, right? And I also said that she assumes that her nigga is every nigga. So she will automatically assign you blame for whatever the fuck is going on because the niggas want to hear that the woman is the blame for whatever the fuck is going on.
Yeah, so I think that's the biggest concept to it is that she hold niggas as like in this imagery as a God, as Jesus. They could do no wrong. And she projects that to every woman.
Right. Every nigga ain't your nigga.
This is from the definition, of course.
I don't know. Hold on, let me read these. See if we got some clarity real quick. In saying with the 2000s, we making up definitions. All right, waiting on Hyena. Prime with the $5 says these definitions aren't consistent because I never see black women called divestors pick me. Based on what Callie is saying, they qualify. Interesting. Aaron with the $5, says study hyenas. They move like modern women. Also, the female hyenas is the head of the pride. The men are her simps, and she looked out for the women. Mel, what's goody? Been a member for 21 months. Said, don't be defiled. KP, what up, OG? Hope all is well. Hope everything with the $5 says, Hodacity is at an all-time high. Hypocrisy, there is no hope. Hope. Intentionally. It's like repeating the big, wild lyrics.
I have no idea what that means.
I like hypocrisy.
Kidnap your kids, man in the ass, throw them over a bridge. Biggie Small. So,
okay.
So what were you saying, Aaliyah?
About Mammy?
Yeah. So what is your contention or?
It just doesn't make sense. Like it's like they're equating. Like she said, she went more into detail, but it's still saying that the married woman is a pick-me. In the end, she's a pick-me because she is, I guess, putting men on a pedestal, but pick-me's also put men on pedestals. So it's this, like, you're saying that she's a pick me, but she's married, and it doesn't, for me, it doesn't make sense. Like, how can you be a pick me and you're married? Like, if I'm married and I'm like giving it, like, wouldn't it just be advice? Like, why does it have
So
to be like a projection
Oh,
because
I see.
I'm
I see.
saying it?
I see.
Like, it just
I
doesn't
see.
make
So,
sense to me.
so,
I mean, I
so,
said
well, so, you're saying the woman who's married and she's speaking as she successfully so, right? She's saying,
Like, she
"Hey,
has the results.
this is the experience, right? This is what I'm experiencing. Here's why I agree with what the men say, and I get this from my husband." She being called out because everybody ain't her nigga. Yeah, you saying like she just being called out just because she's positive about the thing?
Yeah, like, just because
Yeah.
just because she's speaking, she's relaying like advice, or she's relaying her situation and it's a positive situation. Now it's deemed as putting men on a pedestal
okay.
and things of that nature.
no. Talking about your own situation will not get you labeled as a mammy. Let's be clear.
But like,
It's when you
you said the
assume
words
that
have been
your nigga is.
bastardized, so that means that have been labeled as that. Like, people who
Hey,
just
you know
speak
what? You
on.
got it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make it up.
Well,
Go
No,
But
ahead.
okay,
I
so
have
could
an online
another
definition that's kind of a little clearer, and
go
it
ahead. Go
not
ahead,
Right.
White
really.
I'm confused. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm so
It,
confused.
it's from the Medium. It
And
says
tell me
the
what the fucking
mammy
definition
myth
is.
depicts black woman as a servant, happy to put her master's needs before hers. So, like, a woman that maybe is a doormat or ultra submissive, maybe a nod to that, because I haven't heard anybody mention like the ultra submissive and the
Okay.
man is, the head and all those things. And
So she's
some
not
women don't like
being
that.
Right.
highly
She's saying the same shit a fucking pick me does.
she's just being subservient to her man, but she's not
yeah.
speaking or advocating for him. She's just doing whatever it is that he needs, wants.
Okay. So she's saying subservient. And then I think the other thing also applies, Carissa, where Carissa, sorry. That Callie was saying like she's championing it and speaking it out and say, you can achieve this too. Because men do these things. It's like she's male centered and she's for men and not putting men down to say that, hey, you can get this too. My husband's not an outlier.
hmm
Okay. Okay. So I accept that combination. So what makes her so bad to be called an insult? Because she's male centered? Go ahead, it's a broadcast.
I don't know because I don't know nobody that's a mammy. Who would be an example as a man?
Even heard that word.
I wonder if Tiff would be called at that time.
That's crazy because Tiff don't give me mammy though. But by the definition, I can see why you say it, but it don't come off as a mammy.
So
Maybe
what
because I
makes
don't
a
look.
mammy a mammy? Like, what would she have to like say or do for it to come off as mammy?
If the bitch don't like her,
Mhm.
because at
So
this
just
point, Tip fits the definition, but I don't feel like she's a mammy because I like Tip. So it's like if I didn't like her, she would be the perfect fucking mammy.
Interesting.
Damn, there go the sisterhood thing again.
Mhm.
Damn. Okay, so what do we do? So what do y'all think about the mammy thing? It's bullshit or you think it's deserving?
It
it's
sounds
I
bullshit to
think it's just
me.
a jab,
yeah, it just
like
sounds like
a curse word to just make you feel like bad for agreeing or being feminine
having a
in any
man.
manner, shape, or form that men agree with, because like those matriarchs or those women, they want to be on top, and your servitude
But
makes them sick.
So let
but
me okay. Oh, sorry, not to
sorry, go ahead, Carissa.
I was gonna say, so with the mammy, my thing is, and I think it's great, being a subservient to your man and all of that. For me, I think when it crosses the line in which is when you become judgmental about it.
I
And
was
when
about to
you're
hit that a mean
yeah,
girl.
and you're telling other people, well, girl, you would have a man too if you did X, Y, and Z. I think that's when a label can kind of be assessed to that type of behavior. But I think if that's something that you're doing because you enjoy taking care of your man, that's great. But when you're judging others for not doing the same, then hey, take your label.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to add too. Like, as far as like the looking down upon, like I feel like sometimes they get that title too, is because they come off like mean girlish, like they think they better than because they got the ring and the husband, and it's just like
Aren't they?
in my head I was thinking yeah, but like it just depends on like what you going for. Like, because if you're going for marriage, then yeah, because they have what you want. But if you a girl out here that's not really looking for marriage and don't really idolize that, it's like, bitch, you're not better than me. We're on the same playing field for real, for real. And I could get what I want, and I don't even have to be controlled by your nigga.
Why wouldn't she just call that girl who's saying all that a liar?
I mean, she could, but it's like,
I mean, shouldn't she? Because she's lying.
I mean, for it depends on who's the audience.
It's a girl.
Okay.
Just saying, right? Like I think people be saying that shit it's some bullshit.
I mean, it was a recent study that said that a lot of people are more lonelier than what they like to admit. So I do think I agree.
Damn. So, Tay, if you call her a mammy, are you on some hating shit? Most likely. I'm bugging.
That's what it sounds like. No, I mean, because it's my first time hearing that term, but hearing y'all talk it out, it sounds a little haterish.
Mm-hmm. It is.
It does. It really does.
Yeah. I went on in the comment section under some video of a matriarchal type channel. I know HAMP doesn't like us to drop names, and I got attacked. I was like, hey, no, that's not right, whatever. I'm like, wow.
They was calling you a mammy.
Yeah, they call me mammy. I was like, wow, this is so horrible. But I just didn't agree with how they were putting a certain context on a particular male in the topic. So just me disagreeing, that automatically made me a mammy, and then their sisterhood, their tribe attacked me. So
yeah,
that's part of the bastardization. Yeah, that's part of the bastardization of the actual use of the word.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be used with discretion, like coon is.
And that's my thing about it. So I'm glad you made that comparison, because it's just like, who are like you like it is hater shit. Like that first is bullshit, it's hater shit, it's weird. Like just all these like labels because somebody like has an opinion or anything like that. Like White School just said the best, or not even White School. Callie just said it's the bastardization of the word. So if that's how it's mostly used, isn't that just how it's used? Like people just use it just to use it. And that's the bullshit, and that's the hater shit. And people, and just like coon, people use that word just to use it, just because, and that's just weird. Like, why do you feel because somebody has their opinion, you have the right to now place a label? Now you got a word out there. Like, who says these labels need to be used? Who said like it's supposed to be used with discretion? Like, it's not even supposed to be used because it don't make sense. It's weird. Like, it's given hater. Like, you shouldn't even be. Like, I just feel like that's mad weird. You mad? She got a man. She married. This, that, and third. And she want to relay her information. Like, she want to relay that to the public. And like, because she wants to serve her man and feels like that's gratifying, and other women might find that gratifying as well. She's a mammy. Like, that's just weird. Like, why? Who said that these words even need to be used? Who said that? Who? Where did this come from? Like, who said that?
Like, it's the same way that feminist has been bastardized, right? So like a feminist is one who actually You have the freedom to choose whether or not you want to be a stay-at-home mom or if you want to work. But all of a sudden, if you want to work, now you're a feminist that's in competition with your man, and all these other things that follow, all these other narratives or stereotypes that's pinned upon you, regardless of the fact of whether or not you actually believe those things. They just assume that you believe those things. It's the same kind of way. You know what I'm saying? People just toss it out. Like you say two lines or whatever, and then you're automatically just boom, you're labeled this. You know what I'm saying? It's the same kind of way, just like with Coon too. You have zero context. You don't know that person or anything like that. You don't know any other commentary from that person to even be able to accurately assess whether or not they are said thing. But the first thing that you hear that you don't like, now you're labeling.
Right. But you said that it's supposed to be used with discretion. So you feel like people should be
Correct.
labeled like, and I'm saying who said that people should be labeling anybody? Like, who said that? Who
Oh,
made that?
everybody
Who said that?
labels.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a problem that everybody feels entitled to be labeling people because they don't agree with something that they said. And like you said, it's just based off nothing, just based off like just something that, like a conversation that we're having right now. You want to throw that label out. That's
Mm-hmm.
weird. Like, who's given the who said that you're the arbiter? Like, not you, but like people who like to label and call names and stuff. Who gave you that authority? Who said you was the arbiter of the labels? Like, you could just throw them out there because you feel like it's worthy in this case. Like, who said that? And when
You know
whoever
what?
said that, why?
Everybody does, because you know how you can't take back your first impression.
Mm-hmm.
Same concept applies.
But I think
Whether
when it
that's
comes
right
to
or
first
wrong,
impressions,
whether that's right or wrong is, you know what I'm saying, inconsequential to the fact that you will in fact be labeled. That's a reality.
right?
Q was popping with the $5. Says, shout out to the panel. He said, what's up, Saad? Saad will be back. KP with the $5 says, why is being picked an insult? Go to the draft and go undrafted, I guess. Being picked, quote unquote, is what we all want, from careers to mates.
Yeah, unfortunately, the pick me is not picked. That's why they're called a pick me. They
But
have
one day
not been
she is
picked.
picked. But one day if she is picked, is she still a pick me?
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought
Oh, then she's a mammy.
pick.
But yeah, they not using the terms.
Okay, I feel as though the term for pick me is being used very loosely, and I think it has
Very
a broad
loosely.
definition. So my understanding of a pick me is a woman who auditions for a man. For example, that's the woman who goes above and beyond to get the man's attention. A pick me can also be used to describe, for example, a side piece. You know, this man is married, he already has his wife, you're still in the picture, you couldn't find your own man, you're a pick me. So that's my understanding. A woman would do whatever to just have a man in her life. A pick me is also who will entertain men's bad behavior. For example, a man who can't keep a job. That's a pick me. You just having this man just to say you got a man, knowing damn well the man don't got no job, haven't worked in 10 years. Pick me. So that's why I'm so confused about the definition that I'm hearing today, because I often hear the term pick me, but I haven't heard it in the context that it's used today, but it's very broad. I understand that.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah,
that.
you
Like,
kind
I
of
feel like
applying
the
real life
definitions
situations to
today.
internet talk.
I feel like the definitions today are the bastardized versions
Yeah,
of
all
what
of them are
these
just
terms
slurs.
mean. Yeah, essentially they're all slurs. Like, it's weird.
It's just like
Yeah, they're
calling somebody
definitely
a
all
bitch.
slurs for sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
So everybody just feels okay just throwing out slurs like that.
Hell
On the
yeah,
internet,
we
hell
on the
yeah.
internet. What you talking about?
On
On
the
the internet,
internet,
hell yeah.
Aaliyah. On the internet, on the fabulous
That's
world.
crazy all day. I'm probably being
You
called.
can say whatever you want to say. You can be
Right,
whatever
because
you want to say.
I never heard pick me, mammy, and a coon. Real life shit. I've heard that before. But pick me, mammy, shit. That's online shit. I ain't never heard that shit in real life ever.
Oh, pick me is a common one. That's an all day, every day type thing.
You know, I never heard none of them terms too until I got on YouTube.
Well, the terms are make it easier, more efficient to have a conversation, right? So when you formulate a conversation that's curated, you need terms to encompass, right? But you do hear things like women keep women single, right?
Facts.
Yeah, so you can apply that to one of these, right? Hoeing. If she ain't hoeing, she ain't going on a girl's trip. So you actually hear these things, but they're articulated out. If we're having a panel conversation, we have to use a word that we can define so we can be efficient in the conversation. So now this real life shit. I think we do ourselves a disservice when we say it's just the internet. Nah, we be seeing this shit show up, right? Because they talking about let me have a baby with in vitro fertilization. That's cool, right, Carissa?
I mean, I support choices and
You know
everybody
what I
gets
mean?
their choice. So
Real
yeah,
shit
I
in real
support
time, but you need the words to encompass it.
You know, I don't think.
Right. My bad. Go ahead, Side.
Oh no, I was about to say I don't disagree with what Hemp is saying. As far as it's just not the internet, I just feel like when you off the internet, we don't really like we'll say it, but we don't really have like the I guess political terms to put a label on it more so.
I
The only
think
thing
pick
that
me
black
is
people gonna do
every
is put a
day.
name on something, or make up something. It's like hypocrisy and like all. We're gonna make up a name for something, and we're gonna make it cool. We're gonna make it trend, and it's just gonna come
No,
into
I'm
play.
saying like when it trends, yes. Absolutely. But like just having like a conversation, like the first thing that I pick me doesn't come to my head. The first thing I think of, Mammy doesn't come to my head. But then when I get in sectors like this and we're breaking it down and we're putting labels on it, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe the bitch was a pick me. Maybe she was a Mammy.
Yeah, that's all.
Because I can like better like, pinpoint it. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I think sometimes our initial thought is, oh, this person is desperate. Like when it comes to a woman who really
outside.
wants a man, we say that person, pick me doesn't even come to mind. It's just like,
Desperate. Yeah,
desperate for a man.
So that's what I was saying. It's
Yeah.
different when we get in these sectors and have those terms. So yeah.
Or culture, we'll say they'll say desperate housewife. We'll say pick me housewife. Like we'll adapt it to something else because of our culture.
Yeah, 100%. Like you'll see the behavior. Now we got a name for it. Maybe that's what it is.
For sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a quick way to label somebody. You know what I'm saying? So like in real life, you have there's more. It's more contextualized. It's more further explained. You know more so about this person than you would somebody that you just seen in the box for 10, 15 minutes type shit, or maybe just 2 hours and you picking something that they said for 15 minutes and you're labeling that, you're characterizing that whole person. It's just a short form way of doing it. But yeah, the behaviors I would agree definitely show up in real life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if I say this woman has poor and unbecoming behavior, I could say she a hyena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you would have more to go off of.
Sherelle, what's popping?
What's up, y'all?
Before I move on to the next term, you want to add anything to what you've heard thus far?
No, I think they're doing pretty good. I think the mammy aspect is the correction, right? So, I think the root of everything, what everybody is saying, is a male centeredness, which 90% of women are male centered. And it just shows up in different ways, right? Because you could say that we have a problem with mammyism because they're correcting women. So the wives who correct women, like, you should not be a whore, you should be married, you should not have certain behaviors, right? They won't take that correction. She'll be a mammy. Now, what about the older woman that says, have your own money, go have fun, go travel the world? When the older women give that advice, right, she's not considered a mammy. So it's the correction. It's the get in order woman. The married woman who is telling women you need to get in order, she's the mammy.
Oh my God, that's what Mammy means?
Yeah. So Coco, you may be considered a Mammy. Yes.
The through line is the male centeredness through both of them, through Pick Me and Mammy. That's the through
So
line.
if you could correct a woman but not center it around the man, that's respectable. But if it's centered around men, your correction of women, then you're a Mammy.
Okay, thank you, Sherelle, because I really needed some clarification on that. So, in being with what Sherelle said, I can't wait to graduate from a pick me to a Mammy. That's what it sounds like needs to happen.
Yeah, so it's not like a you're trying to be picked situation, but the pick me's also in the process of course trying to be picked. There are single women who correct women's behavior, but it may be in a male centered way. Like, girl, you shouldn't be fucking 4 niggas in 24 hours, or you shouldn't be dressing like that. You shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? You should be respecting me. You should respect yourself. Things like that. When you're corrected and it comes from a male minded place, it's the same shit that men say. Is a
Damn.
So a woman-centered place would be sleep with everybody, don't respect yourself. That's a woman-centered argument?
Being more
No, that wouldn't be woman centered. Being a hoe wouldn't necessarily be woman centered. It would be more so about the woman, absent of what you can do, absent of the male. You know what I'm saying?
But Sherelle said that a pick me and a mammy is because that train of thought is male centered. So that's what I'm trying to understand. What does that mean that it's male centered? What is male centeredness?
You're either trying to get that man or you're trying to keep that man. To put it in layman.
Male centered. I disagree with the men's same, view on things. Not because y'all sound like all you just saying is
the male centeredness is just you believe in the patriarchy, you promote the patriarchy, you feel the hierarchy is men are to be respected, men are to be revered, right? That's male centeredness, and the opposite is matriarchy, where they think that women are smarter than men, and that women should run things, and men are not that intelligent, and men are not that capable of things, right? So in the adverse of that is male centered.
Whoa. Wait, okay.
So it's the opposite of feminine.
So male centeredness is thinking that men should be respected and believing in the because there's no really belief in the patriarchy. We're living in the patriarchy. There's no belief. We are living in the patriarchy. Most societies are maybe 99% of societies are patriarchal. There are no matriarchal societies that are currently present. So
what you're saying, I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is there are women who are actively fighting against the patriarchy, right? That wants that to come down, and this is their fight. So within the time frame where slaves were slaves, and somebody would be called the coon, is because hey, the coon is saying we're all slaves, and the other slaves are saying we're revolting, bitch. We're trying to get out of here. We're trying to push to a different world. So anything that you got to say about listening to Massa ain't what we trying to hear.
Okay. So what happens, Coco? The originators of the term defined it, and so because the whatever those women are that are fighting against the patriarchy, it's their word to define. Okay. So when you're aligned with men, they're gonna call you that because male centered isn't their goal.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So they get to define it because they curated it. You see. Damn. So let me read these super chats, but I got a question. If you single, shouldn't you be striving to be a pick me? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Insane with the $5 says, this might be risky. Please have this come back up and ask only the men what these words mean. Because this is ridiculous when the definitions are searchable. Just my 4 cents with the $5 says, so a pick me is no longer a queen who wants a husband and a family? Moving the goalposts, are we? Mike Brown with the $5 says, is it ever okay to be desperate for a man? Let's go around. Yes or no, no context. Leah.
No.
Caressa.
Hell no.
Tay.
No.
Wife school?
No.
Oh. Callie?
Oh, no.
No.
Coco?
Yes.
Desperate?
No. She answered. Sword.
No.
Sherelle.
No.
Why yes, Coco? And then we'll go on to my question,
Because
which was
his question is it ever okay to be desperate for a man? Yes. I can be desperate for my husband. It is okay for me to be desperate for my husband. I need my husband. I want my husband. Like if my husband's not in my life, things go wrong. Things go bad. So is there ever a situation? Yeah, there's a situation. Is it always? No. Is when I'm just meeting him? No. But there is a time where it's like, I need you. And I think that's the problem with women. Women do not want to admit that they need man. It's like if you get to the point of needing a man, which is being vulnerable, which is putting yourself on the line, it's like, no, I can't do that. I can't leave myself that open. Well, if you can't leave yourself that open, then there's going to be problems. Because so you will at one point have to be that open. You will have to be desperate. You will have to be baby, please, baby, please. So it's okay for a man to be baby, please, baby, please. But for a woman, no, we can't be that vulnerable. We always have to have our guard up. We always have to be like, he's not going to get to me. I'm always going to have something on the side. I don't believe that. I believe the only man you should be desperate for is your husband. But that's the problem. A lot of women are desperate just for any man.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, that's the desperation.
So I think
though.
the question was, is it ever okay to be desperate for a man, not your man? That's how I took it, at least.
Yeah.
Like they like it said a man. So I was just saying, like, I understand that when you have a man to need, it's okay to need your man. Like it's okay to make him feel needed, to desire, to yearn, all of those great things. I'm all for that. I don't think that was what the question was referring to, though. I think it was just referring to needing, like literally simple. Is it ever okay to be desperate for, or like to desperately need a man? And it's just like, no, it's not okay to
Well, your man is
need a
included under a man.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but
a man and your man is two different things.
No. A man would umbrella it just based on grammar.
No.
Yeah, because a man, your man is still a man, right? So he's not excluded, right? What would be exclusionary if he said, wait. What would be exclusionary is your, because that's a possessive pronoun. Yeah. So just in terms of like
speak to the majority or the minority, because a man
both,
majority
either majority or minority.
You speak to both. So a man is both. You speak to both of them.
Yeah, he's encompassing, right? So she's thinking her man. You took it as a man. Neither one of you guys are incorrect.
Okay. All right.
That's all. So go ahead, Tay.
No, I was just saying to piggyback off of Leah, because I was like, I get what Coco was saying when she put it like that. Like, okay, for your husband, of course. And of course I agree with we need men, right? But I was just thinking, like, for a strange man, I'm not, like, I'm not desperate to be, I'm just thinking a man, not my man, because y'all know. my man. But yeah, I was thinking broadly. So I think I might have answered it wrong. But whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, desperation puts you like you put anything at a detriment to yourself for the sake of somebody else. You're not being yourself. So
say what now?
I said you're putting yourself at a detriment to gain the validity of someone else, which means you're not being yourself. So being desperate is not a good thing for you, because you're a pushover, and more than likely that man will not respect you.
Right.
Yeah, the desperation part is you chucking your desperation is you chucking your standards over your shoulder. It don't matter. I just need somebody, nigga. Just me, mighty mo, nigga. I need a man. I need a penis.
I need 4 men in 24 hours.
Yeah, like us as women, we need better discernment. Like we have to choose better. So like to be desperate for a man is not an option. Like we need to. Like we have to narrow the scope and be focused.
Well, how you pose the questions, because the question I believe HAMP was, is it ever okay to be desperate for a man? didn't say a pookie, didn't say a stranger. It just said a man, any man. So in my mind, I'm like, it's okay for it to desperate for a man, my man.
Right, but see, when you said a man, any man, the any part is the problem.
Yeah, but see, he said a, so he didn't say any. He said a, so
But
you picked the man.
see, no, but see, you see how you correlated those two, a man, any man. You correlated the two just when you spoke right now.
Well, a man is a man is a man. It didn't say this type of man. It did not disqualify a certain type of man. It just said a man. So I picked a man to put in that position.
Yeah,
you picked your man,
and the single person's perspective, as we were discussing, is correct too, because you just don't want to be desperate for any and every man out here. That's probably not your man.
Here's a thing that I want y'all to ask yourself. Why are you making a man that popped in your head piss poor? So when you read that, Coco automatically thought of her husband. I wonder in your subconscious what you make you think of some bum ass nigga.
Because it's any man. It's a man. It's random. You don't know. It's just a man.
No, I heard you already. I'm asking everybody, right? Yeah, I heard you say it, right? So you're saying you just thought of some piss poor nigga. But A included your, right? But for some reason your man didn't pop in your head. Like for instance, if I read it and say, "Are you desperate for a woman?" It automatically I'm like, "Yeah, my woman." But Caressa got a boyfriend, Aaliyah got a boyfriend, Tay got a boyfriend, Callie got a boyfriend.
Ooh, Callie.
Everybody else working on it, and you thought of some ain't shit nigga. that's the part that I'm analyzing.
No, I didn't. No. I didn't think of. No, I didn't think of a.
Hold on, Callie. Hold on. I'm wondering, and this maybe I need to sit and think about it, just instead of both just replying. Why did the no pop in your head first when you have a man that you attach to? That's all I'm asking.
I can answer.
Because somebody said hell no. Who said hell no?
Excuse me. I'm just saying Coco heard it and processed it that way. I'm just asking about the subconscious processing. That's all. Maybe we don't know because it is subconscious, but it just interests me when I think it through it.
I didn't think of a piss poor man. I think about even the best man in the world. I'm not desperate for him.
Okay.
Right. Like I'm thinking outside of myself though. Like I'm just one person. Like not everybody has a man. So I'm thinking in general. I'm not thinking just about me. Like I'm not thinking like me. I'm thinking about women in general. And I'm looking at it from a lens of like I'm looking at it from a woman's standpoint. Like do I want other women being desperate for a man? Like just they will accept anything, and I wouldn't want that, because the things that I speak to is women having better discernment and things of that nature. So if I'm speaking about that and questions like that, I can't just say, yeah, my man. Not everybody has a man, so I'm speaking to like majority of, like when I answered, I was speaking majority to.
So if most black women were married, you would have said yes then.
Yeah. If majority of people were married and had a man, yeah. But
married
that's just not the majority.
Or had a man? Like married
and or yeah, and or you don't have to be married to, because I'm not married and I need my man. Like I need my man. I don't ever shy away from that. That's a known fact. I need my man. He take care of me. Yeah, I need my man. So I can't, if majority of women also had a man,
you said
so that's just what I was speaking from.
Anybody else want to reply? Coco, you already did the Lord's work. Coco, you good?
No, but to your point, Hamp, the default.
Hold on, let me. I love you first and foremost.
Go ahead.
Condense it.
Yeah. To your point, I think a lot of women's default is not positive when it comes to men.
Damn.
So the default is not think of a man. My default is I don't think of the Pookies and the Ray Rays. I think of the stand-up men that I know. So I think for most women, the default is not to think about the good guy. It's to think about the Pookie and the Ray Ray. Because if you think about the good guy, the answers would be different to that question.
that's how I was raised, was to look out for everybody.
But I
don't give your pussy up for everybody. Guard your butt. Because any nigga can say whatever the hell they want to say, but you have to guard your butt and use discernment. So
yeah, for me,
yeah.
Yeah, for
Sorry,
me,
blame my daddy.
mine's sorry.
Go ahead, son.
Oh no, for me, mine didn't really come out as far as like, oh, I was thinking about Pookie and Ray Ray's. My no came from the aspect of I know what a woman would do when she's desperate.
Mm-hmm.
And it came from the how, like Aaliyah was saying, not having the standards, not having the values, and willing to do any and everything just to have that motherfucking glimpse of admiration from a man.
Yeah,
Knowing
y'all.
fully
Mm-hmm.
that the man may or may not, or even may have been upfront with his intentions, and still because they was in that place of desperation, it came. It didn't end well for the woman.
You know, I got you. That's what Coco said. Coco says based on our past experience, most often we have a negative connotation, especially as it pertains to need, desperation, and etc. because of how we've been treated or what we experience. I think that happens to most people. You ever notice how Saud, you got 30 good days with the person you with, one bad day ruin all them 30 good days? You know, people have that natural proclivity. The negatives outweigh the positives, you know? Most often people are more pessimistic than they actually think. So it's not surprising. It's just it's interesting. Like, and I fully understand what your breakdown. Anybody else want to respond to this? At least Aaliyah, you already responded to it. Jesus,
I just got one more thing real quick.
You must have took a nap.
I did.
All right, well, let me see. Let me see if anybody else want to go first. You got her hair done, man. You gonna tell her shit. All right, so what? Tay, you good? Wife school? Do y'all want to respond? What I asked? What y'all think?
What did you ask about the? Well, I put it in the chat, but I was basically saying why.
Put him in a.
You were saying what we said no, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I was just saying I wasn't thinking about like a negative thought of a man. I was thinking about myself, like because you're thinking you being desperate. That means you're desperate. You're a desperate person if you're going to be desperate for a man. So that's what I was thinking, not like in the terms of do you need a man? That wasn't the question.
Got you. Let me finish this quote for me. Desperate times call for desperate
measures.
2053 on the horizon, boy. We got net worth.
Y'all finish the line.
Men got a net worth. Hold on, I'm in the middle of this, right? Single men net worth $14. Single women net worth $7. Our kids read at a 4th grade level. Black people are the most homeless. We killing it in STDs. Abortion rates at an all-time high. White people are in jail more than us by 1%. But they're 60% of the population. We're 14% of the population. As it pertains to arrests, we're arrested more for violent crimes, although they do exclude certain stats that are also violent from the violent crime aspect, where we know white men lead in. But nevertheless, when it calls to shoot and kill a gorilla shit, we own that pretty well. I'm just saying, might be time to be desperate. Goddamn it.
Go ahead, Aaliyah. My bad.
So I just wanted to say that I think it's not about us thinking of men in a negative connotation, or thinking negative of men. I think it was us thinking negative of the nature of women and how we know what women would do in desperate time, like you said, desperate times calls for desperate measures. We can't be. I think we were speaking to the nature of women and how we know what women would do in desperate times. They would do legit anything. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Women will do anything when they're desperate for a man. literally, and they would do anything. So I don't think it was from the lens of, oh, we automatically thinking, because like you said, I have a man, Tay has a man. There's people who answer the question and have a man. So it's not applicable to say that we would think negative of men. Like we automatically thought negative of men. I think we automatically thought negative of women. And
Yeah,
that's just what I wanted to add in.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I had said.
Men are thinking negatively of men. We're
The
thinking about
response.
us.
Let me clarify. The response to that part was Saad and I were conversing. So I wasn't even putting that jacket, and I just gleaned from what Coco said about most people do tap into the things that happen to them that hurt them. So oftentimes when you're answering common questions, it's coming from a particular place, especially if it's sensitive to you. So that's just like psychology. But I accept your answers. Go ahead, Rel, and then we'll get Lady Di. Lady Di, what's poppin'?
Hey, Lady Di.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so desperate
Damn.
is negative. I'm not gonna let y'all turn desperation to something positive. And the reason why our community is in shambles is because women have already been desperate. When we stopped accepting marriage and we was giving babies, that was desperation for a man. When we decided to enter somebody else's marriage and be a side chick around the corner from the grandma house and having grandpa babies, and he ain't gotta be there but every blue moon, that was desperation. And what did it do? It put us in shambles. So us having lack of self-respect, which is desperation, allowed us to accept anything. That's why we can get the STDs, because we don't respect ourselves. We're desperate for a man. We'll let a man come inside of
Do
us,
anything.
naked-headed, no protection, and we'll be carrying STDs out the woozah, because that's desperation. I think that they just don't want to already accept they're in a fucking desperate place. Now, we're not going to make the women who are wives, who are committed to something and having a family, the desperate ones. I think that is a very negative thing to think that, oh, the wives who are saying, I need my husband, and yes, my livelihood and everything about it stands behind this man who loves and protects and provides for me and my family. She's not the desperate one. The women in the streets who are accepting any man come and do anything to them are desperate. And that shit is negative.
So the hoes are desperate.
Yes.
Those are desperate.
Obviously.
Yes.
But I thought they're well.
And hoes are also pick-me's. Like I said,
hold on. Because we were talking, we're saying, hey, they choosing to be hoes. They like the lifestyle, just monetize it. You saying that they actually don't buy into that lifestyle for real?
Now the fact is this. The reason why I want them to monetize it is because at least you get something for it. You know how desperate you gotta be out here gaining 50 bodies. You ain't getting nothing for it. You're literally, but you think you're better than the regular hoes. You think you're better than the prostitutions. The point of me telling them to monetize it is realizing you're doing the same act that these women are doing. You're doing it for free. The shit don't even make sense. The money makes sense. You doing it for free makes 0 sense.
Think about this though. If she not doing it for money, how you know she desperate?
Because she ain't getting nothing for it.
So what makes her desperate if she just doing it because to do it?
It doesn't, nothing in me believes that somebody coming inside of you, taking something from you, taking your virtue from you, degrading you, dehumanizing you, making you less than, for free, shows self-respect to me. Because anything else that you care about, you won't allow somebody. You would never allow. You never open your door for somebody to steal your car. You never leave your house doors unlocked for somebody to come in your house and take the stuff that you care about.
What's the value? You gotta condense the points, right? So we can go back and forth. They value virtue?
No.
So they don't even see virtue. They don't even care for virtue. I thought that they want to do what the men do, and they like the sexual freedom. So why would virtue be leveraged to say that they're desperate because they're losing their virtue? They don't care for it.
Okay, I don't care what
for
they
male
care
attention.
about.
They're willing
What
to
I'm
lose
telling
their
you is
virtue.
their modus operandi is of a desperate mindset.
Okay.
Not the woman who wants to take care of her family. That's not of a desperate mindset. The I'm not virtuous. Anybody has access to my body. I don't care about myself. That seems more desperate situation, regardless if your cognizance comes there. Schizophrenic people hear other voices that are not around. We don't agree to those voices being there to make them feel special.
I got your point. Okay, I understand. You're saying regardless of what they call it, we know what it is. Okay. Lady Di, you've been I'll let you go. I just want to see if Lady Di been listening. So let me ask y'all a question real quick, right? I'm be trying to learn, right? So Sherelle and Lady Di, is that a bang? Are those bangs or a bang?
Here we go.
Bang bang.
I knew he was gonna say
Bang,
Lady Di.
bang.
Lady Di. I was looking at our hair. I was like, okay, we got our thing.
Right.
I knew he was coming for us.
It's the side do, side part, side.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ha. Hold up. Not the banging. The banging. Oh. No, not the banging. The banging.
Mine's not a bang. Mine's is just a swoop. It goes all the way to the back. I got a swoop.
Something is wrong with him.
But he dying laughing though. That's the point. Look at him.
That's not exactly what I mean. I want him.
Go ahead, Kat. Oh, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, can't no chick tell me that she feels good about banging every time Dick and Harry, and you know what I'm saying, she feels good about that, or she don't feel some type of way about that. No, it is about seeking validation from a man in whatever shape, form, or whatever that she can get it, because her daddy ain't love her
properly.
So, Di, question.
Drop the mic on that shit, him.
So,
where's the?
Okay.
His lights went out, so that was kind of like the.
Yeah.
So Di, you think these hoes is hoeing because they desperate or because they want to?
Not because they're desperate, but to Sherelle's point, there are women who are desperate. I can explain that part later.
Give me a clarification. Majority, minority, as you talk.
Okay, so like the 304s, the hoes, it's more because they want to, and it's because they don't like men like that. They just want what they can't get from a female, which is that D. Okay, even a strap-on probably won't even do nothing for them. They want the male attention in the bedroom, and that's it. They don't like men. Because if they did, they would rather be a girlfriend leading into a wife, possibly. They don't want it. They're not desperate for none of that.
I
Okay.
disagree with that.
So you disagree with that?
Yeah, no, I disagree because they indeed, like Callie has said, they are desperate for male validation. Like they don't have to be prostitutes who get money for having sex and doing things of that nature, they're desperate for money. That's why they're laying on their back to get money. That's the easiest way a woman can get some money, is to open her legs. That's literally the easiest way. It's the easiest way. So if she's doing that for monetary gain, she's desperate for money. If there's no women do things for a reason. There's always a reason. We don't just ever just be out here just doing anything. It's always for a reason. There's always a reason. So if she's sleeping with men just to sleep with them, it's because she's trying to get as close to a man as she can. The closest she can get to a man is to lay under him. Like that's literally the closest place she can be to get to a man.
I don't agree to that, because we have to realize the society that we're living in. We're living in a society that is hypersexual and also very fucking vanity centric, like green as fuck. Like, what's the song? Cash Rule Everything Around Me? It's one of these motherfuckers. They chasing the dollar.
Isn't there a reason though? Like we're not just hypersexual for no reason, right? Or vanity.
It's the reason, but it's more. I think it's really more so because of the money. We like fast. We microwave babies. We like fast fucking money. We like the dollar. So, like you said, if a bitch could go lay down and do it, and they really don't have to, like, that's.
But sorry, that's what she's saying.
That's what leads the point. That goes to lead the point. Desperate for money.
training people to be in this desperate thing to
Oh
chase
yeah,
the
I
money,
agree to
to
that
chase
there.
the things, and you think that somehow giving your actual fleshly virtue away for like monetary things, possessions. Because if we could talk about the money, but what they're gonna do with the money? Spend it. They're not saving
Yeah.
the money, right? We talk about
I
the
agree.
network. We talk about we don't got shit. So it's really stuff. I'm giving up my body and my virtue for stuff. And a lot of times, like we say, those women are on drugs. A lot of you are not gonna meet too many prostitutes who are not on some type of hard drug to be able to sustain that. So if you can't get through your life sober doing the shit, I refuse to believe that you're in your right mind.
But
No, that's a fact.
prostitutes, that's different. Like hoes and prostitutes is two different people. Don't y'all agree with
Prostitutes are
that?
hoes. Nope.
No,
They're
So we
hoes.
talked about this
yeah,
earlier,
but
lady guys.
women who give it for free and women who get it for money. It's two different people.
Nope.
But
No,
the
but this is what we talked
right?
about. This what we talked about earlier, lady di. It's either you're a smart hoe or you're a dumb hoe.
Yeah.
If at the end of the journey y'all all have 100 bodies and she charged 100 men and you let 100 men do it for free, you're just a dumb hoe. And she was a smart hoe. She got a little bit of something out of the thing. But if y'all both gonna end up at the same ran through position, you're just bad. You're just bad at managing your product.
But no,
you're just giving it out.
Yes and no. So the prostitutes are out of desperation, right? Because it's easy money. So they can easily go to the strip club, do whatever they got to do to get money for their body for sex. But plain hoes that do it for free are not desperate at all. Because they
they're desperate.
I would say the strippers is hoes
for
too.
money.
They're not desperate at all because they could get whatever man that want to give it up to them. Okay, that's easy for them to do. So it's not desperate. Just like the women,
But it's still the desperation is still the same. It's just a different thing. So this one is for the money or whatever. This one is for like the attention or to fill the void or whatever.
It's more of yes and no to me. I feel like it's more of the jealousy. So like the ones who sleep with a married man, they know they can get their own man, but they choose not to because they lazy. They don't want to put in the work to do what it is that a wife would want to do. So that's why I say they don't.
Or
like
they're so
some women know they can't maintain a man.
or they're so desperate that they're gonna leech to your man, hoping and praying that he have an off day.
But lady di, this is the thing you don't understand. Women know themselves. Women know they cannot maintain a man by themselves. They know they only what they qualify for. They may try to lie and present to the world with what they can qualify for, but some women know they can only get in where they fit in, squeeze in, be this, because it's the 80-20 rule, right? The man cheats on his 80% of his wife to get that 20% of what's missing, right? She knows that she that 20. She knows she can't actually be that 80% for a man. She knows she can't acquire that ring. If they knew they could acquire the ring, the marriage rates would be at least 35% higher. Because all of these women out here ain't just these women that say, I don't want to be married. If they could all get married to the man that wants to marry them tomorrow, the marriage rates would be 35% higher tomorrow.
But I'm saying that these women are lazy. They like the same way whoever on here that's married or was married, the same way you got married. These same hoes could do the same damn thing, but they choose not to because they don't like men. Period. They like
if
what
they could get married, they would. That's the point.
No,
they
they
would
wouldn't.
get married if they could. Yes, they
He
would.
would cheat on this nigga. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. They not
She's talking about. So Lady Di is talking about. Lady Di is talking about like, girl, Sherelle. You know that. I know. Okay, I can't say no names, but I know the type that you're talking about, Lady Di. So.
She talking. I mean, yeah. Let's say like
let's
one
be
of the
real.
girls that Future is rotating. Some of his baby mamas, they could actually have their own husband, right? They just don't want to put in the work to actually be the main thing. Yeah, but what I'm talking about is majority of women. The majority of women, no, they can't. No, they can't. And even that, being lazy is a choice. People, it's not a like
yes, it is a choice.
It's not a birth defect. You know what I'm saying? It's not something you get diagnosed with.
If they liked men like that, they would do what they got to do to get that man, him like main chick. Forget the side. They will be and do everything they can to get this nigga. They not doing it. They don't like them like that.
Yeah, because
they lazy.
Women who don't like men are lesbians.
Like and they want between the legs. They want the gifts. They don't give a fuck about the man.
No.
Like that.
So I don't know if they I don't know if they
Women who don't like men are lesbians. That's like women who don't like men for real. They're lesbians, and they go like that. They do things like that. They not
lesbians be messing with
women who still decide to get sexually gratified by a man still like men. Like women who decide to lay under a man, they still like.
Because no, I think it's different.
Like men, so why are you having sex with them?
So it's the difference. So they like men. They like men for like the sexual pleasure, but when it comes down to like actually the essence of a man, being around a man, like do what a man can give them, they don't like it. They feel
you're
as though
saying the hoes that use men as a tool.
Yeah, they use men for what the fuck they got. That run them in circles. That's what Lady Di is talking towards. Those women they don't like men.
Still them being men. Them performing sexually is still them showing up as a man. Like it's still
like, okay, so they
men.
like that one aspect. Yeah, they like the dick, but as far as everything else, they not fucking with niggas.
But Aaliyah, you talking about it like literally, like okay. After I say they don't like it, you talking about like indefinitely. No, I'm saying like they don't like certain aspects of a man. So let me rephrase it.
Yeah.
What Sadia was saying is like they don't like any manly activity except in the bed. That they like that aggression, they like that control. But when it comes to controlling everything else, you can't do this, you can't do that.
I don't know. You can't
don't wear those clothes.
With this. They don't want that. They don't want that. They want only the control where it's like the sexual stuff. And of course they would want money. Hoes take money. If the man give it to them, they're gonna take it. But they be doing it for free without it because they like that part of the man, but that's it. So that's why I was saying if they really wanted to be wives, it's more to it than sex. It's more to it than sexy looking good. It's a lot more to it. I feel like, yeah, you should have that. But what else you got? They don't want to do all that other stuff, especially if they get a manly man that want that cook clean and all that stuff. Even
they
though
feel like it's too performative.
They not trying to cook every day. Some niggas be like, I don't like leftovers. They don't want to do all that. They just want what they want.
I don't eat leftovers.
Oh, see? Yeah, one of them. You don't like leftovers.
Wait, you don't eat leftovers.
One thing. I just have a question, right? So are we saying that the men who have hoes are actually okay? So the hoes that you guys are speaking of, right? They actually get pleasure out of being a masturbation tool. Because I'm of the opinion, right, that niggas who have hoes are not taking the time to actually pleasuring anybody but themselves.
It's different levels to this whole shit. We had this episode a couple weeks ago. It's different levels to the whole shit. So the particular hoe that we talking about, yes.
They would be
we're not saying that's the majority of hoes though. That majority of hoes probably like 5, 15, maybe even 20.
What I'm telling you is, I'm telling you that no little girl at 3 years old, at 6 years old, dreams of being a hoe.
How you know?
She's got to some hopeless place, a place of desperation, where she's got so disappointed that she is now operating in total opposition to herself. A woman allowing anybody into her temple, into her body, and she does not care about it, is in total opposition to herself. She is in full self-destruction mode. That is a very desperate situation to be in. I don't care what they say. I don't care what mind. Of course, the Lord will send you strong delusions. Get into delusion. He's gonna strengthen it. Find yourself in the realm of delusion, and the Lord will strengthen it. So what I'm telling you is, they went to the realm of delusion with that whoredom shit, and now they're trying to find some delusional way to justify using your body and allowing any and everybody to come inside of your sacred places.
But we know how hoes are created. Callie said it earlier. She said something about they ain't had their daddy. Their daddy ain't love them. That's one. Secondly, most of these hoes been hurt by a man. Just like these niggas that been hurt by women, they become hoes. It's the same thing.
A savage.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Even with what Callie is saying, the lack of love, hopelessness, a deficit, desperation, it's all in the same umbrella. That's all the same umbrella. I'm desperate for the love of a real man because a man never loved me. So I'm out there searching for the love of a man. But because I don't know how to properly find love from a man because I never experienced it, I'm meeting the worst men. And the worst men are giving me so much damage. So now from these worst experiences that I've had and this damage that I've had from men, I'm telling you now, I'm only going to use them for what I like them for because there's no possibility that they could ever even try to love me correctly. And I'm so lost on love. I'm so in a deficit. I'll be desperate. And a lot of women have penis envy because we talk about this male worshiping shit. When we had the girl come up here, HAMP, remember the girl that came up here who was cosplaying a man? She was a whole butch, calling the women male-centered up here. You're trying to become them niggas. Talk about worship. Talk about worship when you think you're fucking up a storm because you're a man and you're acting like a man. That's male worship down to the ground.
Okay, I want to ask a question. I want to go back to my original question, and I want to read these super chats. So, the women who are promiscuous, are we saying they're all desperate?
Majority.
I'm not saying that, but I know Sherelle, Aaliyah, Callie.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you repeat the question?
I was asking, are we saying that women who are promiscuous are all actually desperate? Q-Biz with the $5 says, it's okay to be desperate for your man. Just my 4 cents with the $2. Ladies, every 28 days, God remind you of your purpose. Insane with the $5 says, when you're upstairs in bed and you hear the window break downstairs or the alarm go off, are you desperate then? Or in the woods with the hungry bear? Aaron with the $2 says, when modern women talk, all I hear is shooby doo bop.
That's what I hear when I hear modern niggas talk.
Mike Brown with the $5 says, do most women have standards? How would you grade it? A, B, C, etc. Aaliyah, A, B, C, or D, or E, F?
Right now in society, I think we at like a C. I feel like that's too much. Maybe a D plus. Maybe I don't want to say we failing because we're not failing. There's women in society who have like good discernment.
D plus.
Yeah, like a D.
A D. Pause.
C minus.
A C minus. So we're gonna go C minus.
Life school. Everybody else should be thinking of their answer. Just FYI.
Let's say C minus. There's room for
C minus. Sword.
Yeah, I say C.
Coco. It's a broadcast.
S for superficial standards.
Oh.
Superficial standards, good or bad?
Bad.
She gave me elementary school grades.
Or what?
S or N or E.
Oh, if they're bad,
I'm in that age group right now. Yes.
So if they're superficial is bad, what would the letter grade be?
Failing. F.
Really?
D. Just a regular D.
Pause. Lady Di.
I'm trying to give it to you some way.
A C.
C. Callie.
C.
Mr. Radu with the $2 says the words quote unquote ever and quote unquote a are fighting words. Aaron with the $2 says gotta take that Whitney Houston song off repeat. Just my 4 cents with the $5 says desperate is having a long-term boyfriend who hasn't asked your hand in marriage, yet you are still with him and years are passing. Correct, ladies?
Yep.
Been a member for 19 months.
Gotta X them out.
Keeps it 100 with the $5 says hoes are desperate for love and attention from a man, any man. Nas, what up?
Wow.
Nas with the 20 ball says I don't think desperation is ever good if it's a pattern in how you think in life, but short term it's a human response. If your child were in a burning building and if you love him or her, that much desperation applies.
Perfect. shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Frederick with the $5 says, ladies, look up on the meeting of Queen and talk about it.
No, thank you.
Yeah, the word Quean, Queen means whore. So.
Oh.
Yeah, we ain't crazy.
I'm
Not all
learning
of us
all
up
these
here is
new
crazy. No,
terminologies
thank you.
today.
Same.
What'd you say? Sorry.
I'm learning all these new terminologies today.
No, this is old. This is old.
I didn't know about. I didn't.
Oh, we she learned. I
Yeah,
learned.
that's
I don't know
old.
what that means.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's old. I haven't seen that for a couple of years now already.
Yeah, this word is from, I think, the 1600s. Like, it's old. It's an old word. Yeah. Aaron with the $5 says, told y'all most women are looking for their bestie in men. This dildo don't stay on the shelves. Most are bi but don't want to share a man. LOL, selfish. So just
Give me
based
your
on
phone, Aaron.
just based on what we've been talking about in defining these terms, wouldn't the goal be to be a pick me?
Yeah, if you want to redefine the term, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think since essentially most people kind of agree on how it's being used colloquially, essentially, especially if it means the women who, like what Sherelle was saying, don't like men are saying everything you do in terms of men being positive is bad. Like, but if you want a relationship, doesn't pick me make sense? Like, wouldn't that be the goal? Or I'm bugging.
Yeah, you know, if you have no dignity about yourself, then sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think when I think pick me, you
That's that
remember like
bastardization.
when we
of
used
the
to be
word.
in
No, it's not.
elementary school.
Yes, it is.
And it was
It's
always
not.
time to pick teams, and they would pick two captains, and all the kids would be there in the group, right? And those kids used to be saying, pick me, because they know they suck. And they know they ain't about to get on the team, but they pick me. I gave you my pistol. I will give you some of my chips this morning. Hamp no, because he used to be the team captain of the football team. And he ain't never want the slow nigga on his team. But that dude used to be trying to be nice to him all day at school, let him use his pencil, give him his snacks and shit. And then when it's time for Hamp to be the team captain, it got a certain couple of students that's like, hey, pick me. Because they always the last person to get picked.
Oh my God.
So then nobody wants to do that or be that then.
Yeah, nobody wants to be that last person to get picked that's just screaming and hollering, pick me, pick me. People want to be soon as half the captain. All right, Callie, you in the game. Let's go, Lady Di. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Coco. Then now he looking. We all looking like who next? Now he start itching like, really, I guess you could come.
No. Fact though.
You know what I'm saying? The last people, they're like, come on, somebody pick me. Somebody pick me.
Yeah, just like nobody. I mean, just it's a female simp. Okay,
I don't understand how the men don't understand it because they usually play the pick me games. Like they usually play the games where they become the captains and have to pick the team.
So okay, so we got the Sherelle's like no, Callie saying no. Anybody saying yes?
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand how we all want to get picked in every other thing except for a relationship, like a male companionship. I don't get it. You want to get picked at your job. You do. You audition for your job. You tell them you say whatever it is to get that job that you want. You do. And you put on a face. Now, what you do when you get the job, something else. But we audition all the time. We audition for relationships. We audition for jobs. We audition to get the best out of. But when it comes to a man, I think the reason why is because now society has made it that men or relationships are valued so nominally in the mainstream culture. That's why
you just described a chameleon.
Well,
I'm willing to put on whatever face to get picked. You just described a chameleon.
Most people are chameleons in their job, particularly. You gonna do whatever you gotta do to.
No, yeah. So that's the thing. That's the thing because you don't want to leave your job after you've been pretending and then come home and you can never be yourself. And then now you're at home pretending who you be. I think it's a new wave that women do like men, but they want men to like them for who they are. They're over the barrier of performance. I think that's even what the conversations of I don't want to clean up, I don't want to take a bath, I don't want to. These women are losing their minds.
They're sick of the shit.
There's so much performity that goes into femininity. It's so much of the performance. They've never been who they was, and it's wearing down on them.
But we want to pick and choose. We
down on them.
I agree, but we want to pick and choose when we want to be picked. And it doesn't go that way. You gotta, we all have to perform. Like, especially as mothers, we have to perform. We don't always like our kids. I half the time don't like my kids. Do I have to tell you, man, you get on my nerves, get away. Ooh, get out my face. Like, do we show up on how we feel all the time? Absolutely not. I don't want to destroy my son, but half the time it's like, little joker, get out my face. Little girl, get out my face. I'm sorry. I had a hard day today. But we can't, but with our children, we cannot show them all the way. We perform all the time. No one cares to know the dialogue in our head 24/7, or we'd be fired. We are always performing. But the thing is like, it's just called being an adult. We have to be measured. We can't always just say what we want to say whenever we want to say it.
Now I understand choosing your battles, right? And yeah, I have, I got boys. I always tell them, hey, you getting on my nerves right now. I have no problem with telling my kids that you getting on my nerves right now, but okay, come on, let's go. I'll take you where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that.
Do you tell them all the time that they piss you off? Because mine pisses me off all the time. I don't tell them all the time they piss me off all the time. All the time.
Yeah, you getting on my nerves right now.
Wait, so what y'all so even the person who's doing all those things to get picked, the point is they doing all those things so they can get picked. Like, to not do those things and you sorry as hell, you're not gonna get picked.
The thing is that you're just saying the words. You're not doing anything.
Oh no, I'm saying based on Sherelle saying that the boy give me his snacks and shit.
I mean, that's the thing.
And then when I pick them, Sherelle, I say, if you do this one thing well, I got the rest of the shit. So I make the niggas better around me.
No, she just.
Oh.
I mean, I just feel like the way Sherelle explained it, because it sounded like a desperate lady trying to get picked for this man. I don't like that analogy. Somebody else can explain it in a better way, or that.
Well, I could.
Yeah, so I don't, because that's the thing. I don't think a woman wanting to be with a man automatically qualifies her for a pick me. I don't think you wanting to be with a man makes you a pick me. I don't think you wanting to be picked makes you a pick me. The pick me is the negative connotation of women being corrective. They don't even got a man. They're doing anything for male validation.
What if she's doing what men want? All right, really, what if she's doing what men want? She a pick me?
Then why nobody want her?
Yeah.
Wait, so
why is she picked?
I'm confused. Pick-me's don't want. Sorry, they don't. The men don't want them. The pick-me's.
Yeah, so that's what the whole pick me thing was. It was I'm putting other women down to seek validation so that I can get the man. The woman who's like, oh, the man is complaining about his wife don't cook. Oh, I'm a 5-star chef. No, she's not. But she gonna say she a 5-star chef so your man could come over there and eat something. You know what I'm saying? It's the desperate thing that comes along with the pick me.
Real definition.
That's the real definition of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think just a regular woman want. I think it's normal, right? I don't think we
should
have to
put
any terms on the normal shit. Yeah, it's the fake it until you make it. It's normal for a man to want to be with a woman. There's no it shouldn't have a negative connotation that comes along with I'm a woman wanting to be with a man. I'm becoming the best version of myself just because I'm a human, right? And I want to be desirable to a good man. That's normal shit. But going out your way to put other people down or get in where you fit in or doing anything or switching your whole self up and pretending to be something you're not just to get picked because you know you don't really have that much value for real. That's pick-meism.
Dirty macking.
Dirty macking.
It's like that's why
dirty mac. It's the
that's why pick me and that's why pick me and chameleon are so closely related.
You know hemp gonna make your kid short because he only 5 foot. You know what I'm saying? It's that. What are you doing all of that for? To get the girl to like you?
Pick me. I guess that's why pick me and chameleons are so closely related. Like a chameleon, you don't even know until after the fact that they actually a chameleon. They doing, they believe the opposite or whatever it is that they saying, and they just saying whatever the hell. But the pick me is the one that's just. I'm gonna just say whatever it is that you want to hear. Okay.
I think sometimes people get labeled as pick-me's when they go against what women are doing.
That would be me.
That's what I said. That's the bastardization of it in the present time. That's what I was saying earlier.
Well, so Coco, I think your point's stronger. Do you think it's most of the time you hear it in that facet, or you hear it like this?
So, say that one more time.
You said sometimes they get called this by going against what the women are doing or saying. Is that most of the time how you hear it, or the minority of
Yes, that is most of the time how I hear it. I don't hear someone called pick me as someone who just goes along with men. Not now, because most women don't just go along with men. Most women are that we're talking about. I do what I want, blah blah blah. That's what most women say. The minority of women vocal, because people do things differently, are not, oh, whatever he likes. No, that's not what's being said. And so if you go against what majority of women say, I'm independent, men are intimidated by me, all those talking points. If you say, no, that's not it. Oh, you will pick me.
Yeah,
that's
because
the backlash of that now.
Yeah, because what was said previously was the feminists or whomever don't like women being male centered came up with it. So I've seen it happen anecdotally to Lady Di, Aaliyah specifically. There was somebody else up here that
It's Coach Tay.
Coach Tay, right? Simply because they saying, nah, y'all wilding.
Yeah.
Like that's where I've seen it used most often in that way, in that capacity. Lady Di will be on a panel saying, nah, women are bugging. Pick me, mammy, 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 mammy. You know what I'm saying? Like just real like, and it wasn't this other shit. Like it wasn't even like she was faking because she married just saying the shit she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We got like 10 definitions.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like these definitions come from like a place of like assumption. Like there has to be like you have to assume like the intention of what the person is doing to then proceed to give them these labels. I think it's just these labels are given just based off assumptions, nothing like really substantive, like nothing of substance. Like it's just straight off whatever they wanna say or like whatever they want it to be.
So let me ask you, wife school.
Okay.
Should women be striving to be what men want or desire?
I believe that women should strive to be yeah. I was trying to get some deep answer, but yeah. But more so they should not do it for him. They should do it for themselves. Because if you're being that fake it till you make it, you're not gonna keep that up. That's called wearing a mask. You don't want to be out here wearing a mask, being desperate and all these things, and you're not, being really authentic with it. And so now you come to this point, you're like, wow, I really don't really like this. This isn't for me. No, you need to become that woman that is ready, that is capable, that is competent, that a man desires. Okay. And you can meet all those needs that is required in that male-female interaction.
So, what do you think? Same question.
Sherelle, please.
Why she just smile like she don't know what the hell going on? You see?
Because my ADHD did kick in for a little bit. But no, I agree.
Okay.
That means she wasn't listening to him.
No,
she got her own explanation.
It's all good. It's good.
No, I do agree.
Okay. So they should try to strive to be what men want and desire.
Yes, I do. But then I also like I really feel like what White School said, to a degree, you still have to want it for yourself, because if you don't, then it's just gonna be performative. You're not gonna be able to maintain that.
Okay. Callie? You on mute.
You're on mute.
I think you should strive to be what your man want to be, not just whoever the fuck. So no, I disagree.
Okay, so you're saying
Not men, not men. Your man.
okay. Lady Di?
Yeah, I agree with Callie. So I think that women should be the opposite. So feminine is the opposite of the masculine man. Be the opposite, and the man is going to be attracted to you. Then when you get a man, then yes, you can do the things that he likes.
Because we know men like hoes. So what I'm supposed to be? I'm supposed to strive to be what men want, and men like hoes. Oh, thank you.
Damn, Callie, you just changed the whole.
Men like to fuck hoes. Men like to fuck hoes.
Goodness.
And discard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you
Sherelle,
want
what
to
you
be
think?
discarded, but no, I think women should center themselves around being what a man wants them to be. I think if you do what you need to do for yourself, you're gonna end up by yourself. If you do what you need to do to be with a man, you end up with a man. That's
Okay.
it. If you want to be by yourself, yeah, then only get better for yourself.
Coco?
But I'm sorry, I have
Hold on,
something.
okay, I just want to ask Aaliyah too, and then you can go. Coco?
Yes, women should strive to be what a man would want them to be.
Aaliyah?
Yeah, women should strive to be what a man wants them to be, but I think that it doesn't even have to be like, you don't even have to think of it from, oh, a man want me to be this. If you just be a woman and like you just, cater to yourself, like if you literally just into your femininity and like be a woman and stay in your nature as a woman, and you try to like grow on that, like grow in your femininity, I think you automatically become something a man wants. Like you don't have to do it because a man wants you to. If you just woman and be feminine and grow and nurture yourself in your femininity, you like it's almost automatic. It's almost automatic you become something a man wants.
Okay. And okay. Go ahead, Di. You want to add something?
No, that's exactly what I was saying. What Aaliyah just said. Like, I don't think any lady should just be doing what a man want. You're gonna be the opposite. That's what I was saying, and he's gonna be attracted to you regardless, and you just keep up your femininity.
Does
But many
infinity?
women want to be men.
And then when the man say like, "Ham, I don't eat leftovers," then you make him some food most days or whatever he likes. Then
Oh,
that's when you do what he wants.
so yeah, what I was thinking is there got to be a level of framework, right? Because if it's only the man that you are with, right, then you go into that relationship unprepared. There has to be a level of framework that exists that will fit let's say at least 50-60%, and then there's nuance and details about him that you cater to directly. But if you wait to get attached to a man to then do what men want, I think you'll be at a deficit. Right. So that, I guess,
No,
that goes
you
to the
will.
femininity point, essentially.
And that's how I'm saying, because it doesn't make
Yeah,
you a
you are who
bad.
you are.
I don't think it makes you
But
a
no, that's the thing though, Kelly. You are who you are is probably the problem. So I think it has to be specifically leaning into the feminine that you are, learning things that most men say they desire. Like, wouldn't that make sense to like know how to do these things? Now, if your man doesn't particularly care for that, cool, but it's still a thing that you know how to do because most men kind of ask for that.
So like when
Yeah.
like my mom taught me how to cook at a young age. Now obviously to take care of myself, but she always said you need to cook for your family. So she was already kind of I guess what you're saying, teaching these things that men want. Okay, I can see that.
Okay, okay. So I'm just thinking about it differently because I'm thinking that as like regular shit.
Yeah,
No.
because the argument that comes up all the time, well, I was young and dumb and nobody showed me how to be a wife. So if we're not continuously bettering ourselves as women and doing what women do, which come with roles and expectations in relationships, we are going to be at a deficit, as Ham said, and
So I got a
then we're
question.
going to be continuously single.
Do y'all think a woman could be a good woman and not a wife?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, if you want to be a wife, that is a duty. You can be a good person, a good citizen, and not be a doctor. Doctors have to train to be doctors. That has no merit. That is a great position, right? So being a wife is a great position. It comes with a great duty. You have training and different things that you have to go through. That you can go through the world and become the best woman that you can be. That could not benefit a man whatsoever. Right. And a lot of times when you becoming the best version of yourself for who you want you to be, you're never thinking of other people. Right. So when you do meet the man, now you gotta fake it until you make it. And when you fake it until you make it, when you make it, you're gonna be fake. That's why you was acting like you
But I
was
thought,
a porn star.
okay, we talked about being attracted to a man. Be attracted
Please
to
don't,
him.
please. Okay, I'm talking. Please don't do that. When you make it, you're gonna be fake. So the thing is, a lot of times women have already done this. You was a porn star until you got into this marriage. Now you're not having sex with this man. You cooked until you got into this marriage, and now you're not cooking for this man. You know how to pretend to be something that you're not. You know how to hide the clothes underneath the bed until you live with him, and now you don't keep that fucking house clean. Because now he's not just coming at your house 3 days a week. You gotta live with him and you gotta clean up behind him. And now y'all have kids and extra dirt, and you're not clean, right? Because it's okay to learn how to clean up after yourself. It's a different when you got to clean up after him and 3 other kids. So when you want that duty of a wife, that's some lifetime shit that people need to be positioning you in. You need to practice for that shit like you a doctor or a lawyer. You go to nursing school, you got to read textbooks, you got to do a whole lot of shit to get into that role and to be able to keep that job. Because you will lose a good paying job with good benefits. That's what you got to look at a marriage like. This is a good job with good fucking benefits. If I want to get in there, I gotta position myself for the role.
I think that's what we all been saying. Honestly.
Do most good women want to be single? Because you mentioned that not all good women are married. So then I would flip it to say, do most good women want to be single?
No.
No. Wait, so I heard you say, but they're not married, right? What's the age? Because it depends.
She's 40.
Okay, so she doesn't want to be married. Because what's taking you so long?
Yeah,
That's
Can't
still the
marry
minority of
herself.
women that don't want to be married.
You said what, Elia?
A woman can't marry herself. So if a woman is in her 40s and has never been married, or you have to be proposed to get married. So
yeah, but I'm married,
to
right? I'm married,
Mhm.
so I had to do work to get where I'm at.
Mhm.
But it was willingness. It was me not waiting for some nigga just come up to me and be like, hey, I want to wife you. Like, it was more to it than that. Because just because a man come up to you and say they want you don't mean that's that man. So it's a lot of work that comes into it that someone that's 40 should have been doing. And they not doing because they doing the regular daily activities, going to work. They might not have a kid. I'm not going to put a kid on them. Going to work, doing things to keep up themselves as an adult. But that's it. They're not doing anything extra. They just think they go to church. Oh, I'm gonna pray for a good man. He just gonna be at the front door or at the job. Like, it's not. You gotta really put in work. So if you're 40 or even 30, I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, I think
40.
I agree with that. I think that's what I was trying to get to. Like, you have, like, if they're 40 and they're not married, is because they haven't done the work for somebody to approach them, somebody of substance to approach them and be like, let me make you my wife. Let me give you my last name. I think
that's why I
said
yeah,
I don't even agree. I don't agree to that either. I don't agree to that.
They'll approach, but it's essentially that dating process or that courting is your job interview. And if you suck at job interviewing, then that's how you end up 40 and never married.
Well, I would say most good women. Let me flip it. Most good women get picked up quickly. The majority of them, 95% of them. And the remaining 5 either choose a life of service and are asexual or whatever, or just not relationship. But I would say 95% of good women get picked up. And if you're not, then there should be some eternal work looking at. Most good women don't stay single for long.
Yeah.
Majority of them do.
I would agree with that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, let me do this. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Quentin, what's good, my G? She says, salute the HAMP and the panel. Good to see you, brethren. Hope all is well. You heard? Did I read this one? Frederick with the $2. That's why there's 15 ranges on your cute toy. He's saying the rose thing has 15 different settings. Aaron with the $2 says, ladies, what do y'all think more men are, why do y'all think more men are walking away? Trip with the $10, excuse me, says, keep cooking. I think you're a little too passive, but each warrior knows his battle. Shalom. Yeah, you wouldn't describe me as passive ever. Yeah, that don't fit me at all. I have actual rules up here and guidelines that people must follow and adhere to. I think people place a lot of value in over pursuing, but I generally don't pick on people, but we still get to the point, so I think
you know that little O song, right?
Which one?
Players get chose.
Maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm from Houston. It says I'm gonna clean it up, but thug Negroes never sweat these hoes because players always get chose. So like men don't have to sweat women because women will always choose the real guy. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I catch it. I wish
my
I would
Southwest Houston.
The real niggas.
Yeah, yes. Women are going to follow the leaders.
Yes.
Yeah. I think the over like when people like pursue and jump on, it seems like it's effective and they're doing more, but the truth is you get a little bit less from that oftentimes because women tend to shut down a little bit, and then it's the same circular combo, right? Nas with the $10 says, would the first option someone trained from birth for Akeem and coming to America be considered quote unquote desperate? We know the one he ends up finding in New York wasn't. Was the latter the optimal choice?
That girl he told her bark and hop like a dog. Remember?
Yeah, Miss Imani Z.
Crimson, what's going on?
Perfect. Hey, Crimson.
Damn. I don't like that movie.
I have been trained from birth to serve you.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever even watched it.
You have never seen Coming to America?
Yeah, I don't think she was. That's what I think she was programmed.
No, in part 2, she was still hopping and barking. They could never
see. I didn't see part 2.
she was still hopping on and barking like a bug for real.
I've seen it, but it's never one of my favorites. That shit wasn't that funny to me.
Oh my gosh, damn, that's blasphemy almost.
See, now I actually see that movie, Coming to America. All them other movies y'all be talking about.
It just be crazy. Like y'all also like Star Wars, so I'm just like, why would
we not about to do that because Star Wars is definitely.
I've never seen Star Wars.
Star Wars trash.
Star Wars is the bomb. Okay,
y'all are tripping.
Okay,
and the Lord
Star
of the Rings.
It has real life political implications. Okay, so just watch Star Wars. All right, it's more political than what you think.
I'm just saying the credibility is lost once you tell me you love Star Wars. All I'm saying.
No, it just not gives you diversity. Why can't y'all want us to be diverse?
You can't look past Yoda speaking backwards. You're not that deep.
I don't want you to be diverse. What do you mean? No, that's actually the opposite of what I say. Us not being monolithic is an issue because we think we all got our own ideas. No. And y'all ain't that unique. Y'all think y'all.
That's the whole.
I don't know
That's the
what
whole point of Star
this
Wars.
has to do with
That's the
Star
whole. That's the whole. Look, that's
and
the
the
whole
Lord of the
reason the
Rings.
Jedi fell was because they had. That's the whole reason the Jedi fell because they were so monolithic and adhering to these particular rules and everything like that. They developed a huge. Anyway, don't let me nerd out up in here. Okay, you have to look into the reasons why the Jedi fell. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
The Jedi failed because the shit is fake.
No,
Okay,
no,
but
it
it's
had
always a
deeper
deeper
implications
story.
than
It's
that.
always see
The
y'all be looking.
Jedi,
That's the problem. Y'all so surface level.
the
You
Jedi
got to
never
look beneath the
existed.
surface.
Then they got some old green little nigga that's the most athletic nigga in the movie. Fuck out of
I
here.
like him, and
Look,
my son
the
loves
Jedi
him.
couldn't see the Jedi couldn't see past their own dogma, and over the centuries, their dogma gave them a certain level of hubris, and that was the thing. They drifted away from their core beliefs was to helping everybody else, and they ended up serving the daggone government
Who
instead,
won?
and that's how they got tricked.
Who
The
won?
Empire won. That's the whole point. The Empire won.
So the Empire won the whole thing.
Sir, please.
Are we gonna get
Wait,
back to the topic?
wait,
Or y'all about to talk about Star Wars?
Nah, because I just want to ask a question. So the Empire won the whole thing, or did the Jedi's win at the end?
No, the Jedi Order lost. Luke won in the end. Let's be clear. Because when Luke won, when Luke got Vader to kill
Simple. Let
Palpatine,
me ask
right?
you a
The
question:
Emperor.
Is Luke a Jedi?
Yes, but he is not a part of the Jedi Order.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Ahsoka is
Star
a
Wars.
no. Ahsoka is a Jedi, but she is not a part of the Jedi Order. He gonna keep on doing it because he don't want to know. He don't
I
want to
could have
know.
wrote Star Wars.
No, Ahsoka is a Jedi, but she is not a part of the Jedi Order.
Get it right? All they did is took the samurai and gave him a lightsaber. That shit don't mean nothing to me.
No, because there is no Jedi Order when there is no Jedi Order when Luke didn't even beat him. Vader beat him because he would care about his daggone son more than he cared about the daggone Emperor. So, anyways, yeah, the Jedi
all I'm saying,
did not win.
Horny as hell. So, all right, let's get to this one, man. I got a headache. Fucking green nigga can't even talk.
The green nigga was dead.
Weird
when
nigga.
the Jedi when Luke won. The Jedi was dead.
They got a weird fucking. So, the Sisterhood, man.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get out of here, the Sisterhood might be the most dangerous thing I've ever heard of. The Sisterhood, this how I got it ranked. The CIA, the Ku Klux Klan, the Sisterhood, then the FBI.
Okay. So if it is actually true and niggas is right that women don't like other women, then there is no sisterhood because ain't no woman finna defend no woman that she don't like. And since we don't like women in general, it ain't no sisterhood. That's my windmill for the day.
Mm-hmm. It actually makes sense because the fact that y'all don't like each other means y'all advise each other, clap for each other, even when she killing herself, even when she embarrassing herself, even when her outfit don't look good. The Sisterhood say, "Yeah, you go, girl," and she looked like who shot John. Yeah, you're right. Makes sense.
Okay, that was a good comeback. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, man.
That was a good one though, for real.
I think other women are the quickest women to judge how a woman is looking dressed. I think her friends might hype her up, but the rest of the girls talking about it. And 9 times out of 10, her friends that's hyping her up, they gonna talk about it too. Just wait till they get mad.
That's the Sisterhood though. Like you show you this fake love. I told the story, Sherelle, before you got here, Coco. This girl said she had sex with 4 men in 24 hours, and the women cheered her on after they finished judging her. You know what the sisterhood says, wife school? Since we doing quotes, if you like it,
I love it.
that's the nastiest shit I ever heard.
I could be on
I
Jeopardy.
hate
They
that
do
quote
say
with
that.
a passion because I don't love a
Hey,
damn.
Sherelle, remember we did a whole show for 4 hours. Let somebody else talk. The other ladies talk a little bit, would you?
This is my last
How about,
POV, y'all.
how about your bang sister? Let your bang sister talk.
Sure. What's up?
Lady Di, you got moose.
See?
You got moose in that bang.
No.
Why it don't move like that much?
That's her natural curl pattern. Don't talk about her crown.
Man,
Yeah,
See, niggas don't like naturally curly hair. I told you.
Me and Lady Di got the same grain, I think. Cause when I used to have my box, my shit ain't moved neither. I ain't gonna hold you.
We do
See what I'm
not.
talking about?
We do
See what I'm
not.
talking about?
All
Why
my
would it
daughters
move?
got
I'm just
natural hair.
sitting here looking at y'all. Where's it going?
Oh, I don't know.
I
Nah,
told you niggas be popping shit about naturally curly hair.
I wasn't shit talk. I just said it didn't move. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the sisterhood, I call it fake. It's a
Okay.
fake sisterhood because it's like if you're in it, you only support women regardless of what they're doing. That's what y'all just explained. That's why it's fake, because why would you support someone and it's negative? You're supposed to help them, uplift them, even if it hurts, like the words are hurting, like the truth. The truth hurts. They don't want to do that. It's like they want to coddle feelings and it's like making them worse. So that's why I don't like it. I do like a sisterhood, like a real one. Like, we genuinely care for each other. But this one that I see, like, I don't like that. And I don't want to be part of it. And I would never.
Right.
I would agree. The real sisterhood is amongst friends who tell the truth to each other. That's the real sisterhood.
Yeah. And then, some people would say, oh, you could, share light to a stranger that's a female. But then when you do that, they get upset. Like we trying to attack them. So it's like, I don't want to do that either. You got to be my friend group. Or even if I know you, I don't have to be a friend. I know you, you know me. I could probably, but women, they don't like criticism or something. It's like, you can't
Well, the sisterhood is sort of full of addicts.
Addicts?
Mm-hmm.
They're
addicted to attention. They're addicted to indulgences. They're addicted to whatever feels good. And then if you try to, help them withdraw, they kind of kick you out to the side and be like, "No, we want our drugs.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to hear what you got to say."
Yeah. And social media has made it worse because it's a guarantee that you are going to get somebody to agree with you.
Yeah.
And
Dopamine
people
hit.
do. And it's a trauma bond, so it's not necessarily founded on like something that's good for being a sister or a friend. Yeah.
But it's weird too, because some of the women that be in the sisterhood be supposedly the good women. Like they're doing good for themselves, right? They're not good women, but see their facade, like they're acting as such, but then their friends are like the total opposite.
Mm.
And it's like, well, why are you even in this sisterhood again? Like, it's weird.
So, is being in a sisterhood a flex?
No, have you seen them BWE spaces? Absolutely not.
What you think? No? So, are you guys sisterhood adjacent?
Yes. We all a part of it.
Yes,
we all be a part of it.
Yeah, because if Sherelle was doing something like a good positive cause and she's trying to bring attention to it, I would more than likely support her. for something good, and I would try to be a part of that thing that she's doing. Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about, high school.
Yeah, we all around women who we know is just, driving the hell of
Why say my name?
but
But the thing is, don't use your name. Anybody, any good female that's doing something that's for a good cause.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying, because I'm friends with bad women like Sherelle.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Like women usually are the spearheads, like they're the cheerleaders.
No, I think women need women.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think Hamp was talking about.
He's talking about the negative connotation,
the addicts. Yes,
and I think that's also because I think a lot of times we spew the behaviors or uphold the behaviors of the negativity that happens. Yeah.
So, does the sisterhood need to be denounced?
Trump ain't denounced it. Trump ain't denounced the KKK. So, and he still won. So, we don't gotta denounce the sisterhood. Keep it alive.
I feel like anytime it don't even matter if you denounce it or whatever like that. As soon as you say something that a nigga don't agree with, then they label you sisterhood, regardless. So.
Yeah, we know that it's everything's going to be mislabeled, just like the Mammy. I think all of these things can be mislabeled during, you know what I'm saying? The moment that a black man says something that's conservative, he may be considered a coon, even if he does a lot for the black community. You know what I'm saying? But hey, right now it's looking like he's giving coon. Look, Cali looking like them niggas is coons.
Yeah, I mean, because Tim Scott did positive things for the black community, whatever like that, with that small business thing that he was doing. But you know what I'm saying? The funding got cut for the program, and he's still over here, kissing down.
I've been eating that ice.
But he did. Well, shoot. I don't know what the exact vote was. Not to get too far into politics, I don't know what the exact vote was amongst the.
I'm sorry,
the
I brought it up, Kelly. Come back, Kelly. Kelly, come back.
I don't know what the exact vote was yet for the CBC or whatever like that, but a lot of Democrats voted to fund ICE. You can call them coons too.
Well, I wouldn't see.
I don't have the only reason why I really don't have a problem with the sisterhood is because I believe that villains should be women too. I don't think that men should be villains by themselves. I think there should be some matches.
But see, okay, but
until we get rid of all villains should come in every gender. I don't think that women should just in every state always just be the weak. There's gonna have to be some women that become the calmer for the villain men.
Well,
every Batman needs a Joker.
For every Joker, there needs to be, what's the girl name? Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Oh, gotcha.
Let's get a reply.
I need to be in the asylum.
Well, to your point, like how things get twisted. The same thing about, and I'm not going to go too much into politics, but every country has their immigration and customs system. But because of the craziness that's going on and media attention to it, now it's seen to be a negative thing. All countries have immigration policies and enforcement of that.
Wait, I'm lost. How we get on immigration?
Wait, what the hell are we talking about? Where we get the immigration from? Hang on. I'm not going to give, because I mentioned ICE. I'm not going to give ICE a blanket cosign when they're over here in the blackest neighborhood of Atlanta doing roadblocks. Ain't no Mexicans over here where I live at. So why are they here? That's why I'm saying I can't give them a blank slate or a blank close across the board cosign for anything. No, I'm going to have some criticisms there. While I may agree with the overall picture of it, but just because I level some kind of criticism or whatever like that does not make me some kind of liberal tree hugger type shit. Nor even if you co-sign the overall and you don't have any kind of nuance for anything or zero criticism like that, I'm more likely gonna call you a coon for it.
Yeah, no, I believe that all government agencies should have critiques if the critiques are warranted. I just heard a comment about, well, because now this person's working with the president. I'm not going to have his name because I know people feel some type of way.
Talking about.
Well, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm sorry, y'all. I tapped in. Once y'all started talking about the politics, I tapped out. I don't know how we got
I just heard her mention Tim
That's
Scott.
partially
and,
my fault.
Yeah, I just
That's
wanted
my
to
fault.
hear. I just wanted to understand Callie's
pull it
position.
back, ladies. It's 11:43.
Okay, so-
We've been doing this for 2 hours and 29 minutes.
I'm gonna respond to Sherelle.
What questions you got for us, Big Dog?
Go ahead, Lady Di.
I don't agree with the Harley Quinn. I get what you're saying, but we got to stop the battles. Like, let these dudes do what they do. We could prove them wrong, if anything, not like just make it worse. It's like the sisterhood made it worse. Now half these sisters don't even want. It's like they don't want positivity. This world has already got negative stuff going on, so we need to come together and do the opposite of that. Instead of going against a man for what? That's not our battle. Let them men do what they doing over there.
But I think we should call them out because they have been allowed to say whatever they want without anyone pushing back. And what happens when you do the sisterhood?
So let's just go on this theory about the Harley Quinn. So what if we do need the sisterhood? So Hemp said earlier, 2052, 2055 is coming. So if the desperate, quote unquote, are getting the man, they need the fucking sisterhood. Because they ain't gonna have no nigga. So they better have each other.
But are they getting the man though?
Wait.
No, they're not getting the man.
Yes,
but they need each other because they can't get no man.
They can't.
Sisterhood is like the Lord of the Flies, though. Like they're not doing each other.
What's the Lord of the Flies?
It's a book.
Yeah, there was a movie too. It was like these kids got stuck on an island and they just started just treating each other, poorly. They was trying to be a leader, just went haywire.
So you're saying they still gonna fail?
Well, the sisterhood does each other a disservice because you champion things that need to be admonished. More likely. And when it's time for correction, oftentimes the sisterhood is either lenient or non-existent when it comes to the corrective aspects.
And then
Or
hence
no,
the spread of
because they
the
kick
or
out
the hence
they kick out the women that try to do the correction.
And
I was gonna say hence the spread of the ideology is what the concern is, right, Hamp? Is that what you're saying?
Say one more time.
I said hence would be the spread of the of the negative ideology or whatever, and that would be the problem.
Yeah, what'll happen
They're
is
not dying amongst themselves. They,
it's true.
Spread it out.
Yeah, because I'm afraid what's the disposition, right? Who leads the sisterhood? Is it somebody that has a positive outlook on marriage and relationships and men, or is it, let me have a test tube, baby? And
Yeah,
I don't need a man and all that stuff.
I don't think the sisterhood is beneficial to men, right? And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with women wanting to benefit women at the exclusion of men. I don't have a problem with you wanting what's best for a woman, whether a man is included or not. Women are in a fight for their freedom. And American women, you are at the front lines to fight for freedom for women and children and girls all over the world, right? Freedoms that y'all like to have today, there was women who went against the grain to get them. Like I said, if you're trying to hold on to the status quo, I can understand your fight. I also understand the fight of the people who feel like I'm at the bottom of a system getting stomped on, getting kicked on. This system is built on my pain. This is still my fight. It's very connected to the way we look in America as Black people and people telling us get over the shit because this is a beautiful country and you can be successful in it. And we're telling you, you built this bitch off our pain. So we're gonna have to flip the damn thing somehow to take some pressure off my back.
Well, just because woman feels that way doesn't mean that's the truth. And I think a lot of women operate in their feelings and not in truth, and that's the problem.
So if you never think that women have been a disservice in this world, then that is pure delusion, and I will never follow a woman that way.
When you say
I would never follow women into the delusion that women haven't been dealt a disservice or a bad hand in this world.
Hold on. So that means that men have been dealt a good hand. If women have been dealt a bad hand, then you're saying that men have been dealt a good hand. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, men are the dealers.
So, okay, let me give a little pushback. If men die at a higher rate of building civilization, wars, putting their body on the line, all that stuff, does that mean that men are in a better position because they are more at risk because of the type of things they had to do for civilization?
No, I wouldn't put that the reason why. Men are in control. We can give men the credit for the great things that they do. We can also understand that at one point in time in this country, it was okay to rape your wife. It was okay to beat your wife. They took it to court to have the right to beat their women, to have the right to put women at a disadvantage. And it's still going on today. Until that is not an issue, and men are no longer a threat to women, then women can put their arms down. But in the middle of a gender war where women are fighting for their freedom and certain rights for women all over the country, I am not telling them to put their weapons down. Now, if you don't want to join the war, don't join the war. But I'm not telling a group of people who are in war, hey, you just put your guns down and let the other people win. That's pointless. It's not going to move us forward. We don't have to be part of the forward action. But if they're trying to move us forward in life, then let those people move us forward.
But they're not moving us forward is the issue.
They are. We have a lot of rights.
You gotta let the rebuttals come. You gotta let the rebuttals come.
How are they? I would like to understand your point of view. How are they moving us forward?
They're moving us forward because women have a lot of freedoms and a lot of rights that they did not have. If you
Who gave the women the freedoms?
Yeah.
Women fought for their freedoms.
Who gave the women?
Women fought for their freedoms.
But women did not give the
women fought for their freedoms.
That's like saying black people didn't fight for their freedoms, but the white man gave it to them. That's like saying black people didn't fight. It's the same thing.
Well, okay, black people fought for their freedoms, but black people had to get their freedom from whom? And that's the part that's always missing. Take it out of just black people. If you look at world civilizations, there is a victor and a victim. There is someone who sets the rules, and there's someone that follows the one who sets the rules. This is not just for black and white. This is just world systems, period. And unfortunately, a lot of times, black people get caught up in black and white because that's what happened in America. But even if you're outside of America, if it's a black and black person, if there's an ethnic group that's black and they capture another ethnic group that's black, guess what? That black ethnic group tells the other ethnic groups what to do. That's not just limited to America. So
take it off a race. Take it off a race.
Let's go back to women and men. Let's go back to
okay, no, take it off a race. The moment that a marginalized group that is being suppressed and oppressed gets a chance to revolt and get back, regardless if I promote it. Everybody got their rise and everybody has their fall. You don't get to kick people, and the moment they decide to chop your fucking foot off, play the victim. If you step on people, the world is worked like that through and through. Because black people had their day of conquering. Black people had their day of conquering. Trust me, they've conquered many nations, and nations have rose up to conquer. Every nation gonna fall. Even the great Babylon of America will find its fall one day. So no,
so where will you be when it does
fall? I'm letting it play out. I'm not stopping the fall.
Well, what are we talking about the dynamics between men and women?
Yeah, because sorry, go ahead, Ham.
Well, I'm trying to give you opportunity to work through it, Coco. I think your line of questioning, you're trying to get to a point.
Yeah.
It's just that it's kind of taken a lot of long times, and many things have been espoused that probably need a level of correction. So I would simply ask, what is being fought for? right? Because the things that women are pushing and promoting in regards to the sisterhood are debauchery. There's things that are substantive are already in place. And to conflate us coming out of slavery with women's rights does a disservice to what we went through in slavery. It's not the same thing, and therefore shouldn't be compared, right? We also see like we don't like that when the LGBT try to do it to as regards to civil rights movements. These things are different, right? A lot of the things that the men had to quite literally write it down and vote it in place because the women didn't have the right to vote. Think about that. So men quite literally had to say, let's pass this law. Men had to quite literally say, no fault divorce, right? The only way these things happen is because men actually had to support them overwhelmingly for them to exist. So then to just compartmentalize that and say women did all this by themselves, it would be just disingenuous at best.
I never said they did it all by themselves. I said they fought for it. And they're fighting all over the world.
We've gotten everything.
Women are fighting all over the world.
Having slut walks, okay? So I don't think we have no hindrance as women. We just need to figure out what we want to do in interaction with a man per se. You know, so what's your end game? Is it to be with a man or not? If that's the goal, then do all you.
Yeah, and so what I'm telling you is there are sectors of women who do not center their lives about my whole entire life is should I be with a man or be with a man or not? It's I want to be a woman. I want my sovereignty. I want my freedom. I want control, full control over my autonomy to be whoever I want to be in this world, to leave my mark on the world as a being, as a human being.
But
I
also
don't want
women
to
have
fall.
to know
I
the
don't want to
truth
fall
about
for the
who gave
paradigm
them those.
that has been shifted for me. They're going to keep on pushing for freedom. And I know that people think like this shit is impossible, but I'm telling you right now, us talking on this panel right now, this shit would have been impossible 30 years ago. 50 years ago, this shit what we doing right now is impossible. 100 years ago, the shit we do today is impossible. I'm not against nobody.
Actually, we're doing the easy part. We're just talking. Other people are out in the street getting hosed down, bitten by dogs. I think we're having it pretty easy.
Okay, what I'm saying is them women that's in the streets now, they doing it. It ain't easy to get in Congress.
But what are they? But what are they promoting you guys to do? Remember, 65% of women, black women, are hoes. That's the path that what they're so-called fighting for about this autonomy, to be treated as men and socially accepted to have the same behaviors as men, is leading women to be 65% hoes per the percentage that you gave earlier. And also, hoes are desperate. So whatever these movements are that are currently happening aren't positive if we're saying 65% of women are hoes and hoes are desperate.
No. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. What they're fighting for, with the women that are fighting for women, is they're fighting for the freedom of choice. The women who choose to be hoes, that's their choice. That's what you're doing with your autonomy. That's what
choice about what? Choice about what?
The choice to be autonomous, to be an autonomous being.
Choice about what though?
I just said it.
Well, what do you mean? And we're all within a construct, right? So autonomy is limited, whether we like it, understand it, accept it, believe it or not. So now I'm asking, choice about what?
To keep on pushing the parameters of autonomy.
What,
to keep on stretching the barriers of autonomy.
Think about what you're saying. Transgenderism, that hurts women. So when you're saying you're pushing the boundaries, right? Women overwhelmingly support LGBTQIA+. And when you push the boundaries of autonomy, you guys didn't benefit from it.
Women have benefited.
We had to put them out of our sport.
Women have benefited. Like I said, when you come into the thick of things, when you're in the thick of it, when you're in the fight of it, people will not see the forest for the trees. I'm not telling revolutionary people who are pushing for the freedoms of their people to stop fighting. I would never do that. It's the same way where they say, oh, you know what? Crime was less when we was in slavery, right? So now that they let you niggas free, now y'all have the right to sell drugs, and now y'all have the right to gangbang, and now y'all have the right to do all of this, and y'all are ending up in jail. But when the white people was in control of y'all didn't have all the rights to do these things. Yeah, we have made piss poor choices with our freedom the moment that we get a taste of it, right? we're gonna have to work through those things. I don't care. I don't want nobody to draw my freedom back because people make wrong decisions with their freedom. Let them have the consequences. That's how people learn. Not coddling women. I think coddling women and crippling women have put them at a deficit in this world. They need to be able to make their own decisions and deal with the consequences of those decisions to
said
learn
something
how to
else,
be a better being.
but you're saying stuff that's untrue. So when black people were freed, what do you think happened with crime?
It went up.
No. If you look at the period of Reconstruction, it's overwhelmingly positive for black people.
I'm not talking about Reconstruction.
Well, you said when we got freed from slavery.
Okay, I'm talking about we're free from slavery now.
Nope. That's not how. That's not how.
Take it to where you want to take it
I'm
now?
talking about what I'm talking about. You said slavery, so let's talk about when we first got freed from slavery. Okay, then. So now we here, right? So when you look at Reconstruction, what you're saying would be emphatically untrue. What you did see is the things they created to try to put us back in captivity, like loitering laws, soliciting, things of that nature, right? Which would, because we didn't have access to anything, they could say if you're loitering, right, vagrant laws, because you had 2 million people that had nowhere to go, then you did see people get remanded and you could be put back in chains per the 13th Amendment if you are a captive of the state, right? You see that type of stuff that happened. When you look at black people, we did well right after that, right? We did well up to and during like the right, even under Jim Crow, black people were together. We had our own stuff. When we start to see with the desegregation, we start to lose a lot. They also start offshoring where a lot of our men actually work those jobs. And then you start to see us kind of crumbling that thing. Also, what does hurt us is when people following feminism and things of that nature, now you have no fault divorce where families are disbanding, and then you start to get to the crime when you start to get Reaganomics and things of that nature, which is what you're talking about. But you got to go 100 years before we get there.
Okay, so I understand that. I'm not clueless on history. What I'm telling you is there are people who say in 2026 right now, black people commit more crime, and you know what we should do? Take their freedom away, right? Because if they were still underneath our thumb, they were still underneath our rule, there are racist people who feel like, hey, this is why we didn't want to let y'all free. We knew it would take y'all 100 years to get here, but we knew eventually y'all motherfuckers would get here. We didn't want to give y'all too much freedom because we knew y'all would get here, right? Because the people who did the poor things, but what about the black people that did amazing things? I'm not about to keep on making groups of people suffer because the worst of them. I don't want women to suffer for the worst of us. No,
but Sherelle,
let the worst of us suffer within their consequences that they make. There's consequences for being a hoe. There's consequences for all of that. Let them suffer for it. But we're not going to stop the greatest from going up because the bottom wants to do what the bottom does. The bottom will always exist.
Okay, but what practically, because I can hear you conceptually, but I want to know what practically are women fighting for, and that this sisterhood is fighting for. Like, what is it to earn $100,000? Like, I want to know what is it that these women are fighting for, that you advocate that they should be fighting for and doing whatever to fight for it. That's what I'm trying to understand.
The simplest way, because I keep saying autonomy, maybe you don't understand that. To be. That's women's fight. To be.
But what is stopping women to... I don't see anything. I think we are the freest that we've ever been.
Right? This is it. The fact that women won't support other women because of what a man says. The division, the judgment, the shame that comes along with me not wanting to be like you. So you think that you can make me feel less than because I don't want to fit into a box or a status quo of what you want to do. Womanhood is womanhood. And it's sad that a lot of times women don't understand womanhood is bigger than motherhood. Womanhood is bigger than wifehood. You limit womanhood to what you want to limit it to. You just said the other day that if you're not a mother, then what are you living for? What are you want to put parameters on what a woman's being is, and a woman wants to explore her being. That's what women have been fighting for fucking centuries, bruh. They've been fighting for their own being, and I'm not going to tell them to put their weapons down to stop fighting. Not when my ass is up here sitting here benefiting from their fight. No.
Can I clarify something?
Yeah.
So when I made that point about motherhood is not promoted. Motherhood is not something that women are looking in the general population as a high regard. That's why I made that comment, because generally what is women are pushed to is independence, make your own money, be a boss. They're not pushed towards stay at home, get a husband, have children, be a good mother. That's not the overwhelming arching message. That's why I said that. Not all women are meant to be mothers or should be mothers, or is the highest thing. But if a woman does seek to be motherhood, yes, that should be the ultimate goal above everything else. If you are a mother, especially in the younger years. I no shade to not. I know not all women are not going to be mothers, and there's no knock to that. But my problem is when it's regarded as less than, or that your career should be more than being a mother. That should take top priority, and motherhood should be maybe third or fourth.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, the new paradigm, because
Real
100
quick,
years.
before you go there, Coco defended her point, but you said women just want to be. It's a platitude. That's a platitude. I need you to tell me what they're fighting for.
Because I just told you
Give me
that
one.
women,
Give me one thing.
women are fighting for their autonomy. To be autonomous beings.
Like what are they unable to do?
Whatever they want to do without judgment, right? So
Judgment will never be erased. That's unrealistic, right?
So it's unrealistic.
Yes.
What we're doing today is unrealistic, Hamp. The way we exist today, 100 years ago, is unrealistic.
Judgment never ceased. Is the point I'm making.
So what I'm saying is, nobody's gonna. The people who are fighting for better days, they don't put in their minds that it can't get better. That's not how they ever arrive to better. We don't arrive to better by thinking that there could never be better.
Okay, I judgment is judgment, right? Good or bad is if you care about the person judging you. So that's inconsequential. I'm asking, what are women being stonewalled from doing or achieving or trying? Right?
Just being them. Even if they want to be a hoe, even if they want to be a career woman, even if they want to be a wife, there's certain levels of scrutiny and shame for women just being, right? So the flip side of this whole idea of being a mother is not, yes, that is toted in society. Being a mother, being a wife is the highest point in society.
That's the standard.
There is a new paradigm of people breaking away from that pattern. But understand this, America is not the only women. America is not the only women.
Talking about the United States.
This is a world stage that American women have to fight on for women in the world.
Come back.
So
come back.
So
Hold on,
even
Cal, real quick, Cal. Come back. I hear it. You and the other nigga with the deep voice that give inspirational speeches, and the pastor nigga, y'all are great at this shit.
Mm-hmm. Conviction.
Well, when I'm asking actual questions, I do need, and I'm asking for and requesting actual answers, right? So judgment is not going to go away. Even when men whoremonger, they get judged, even though society typically doesn't admonish them to the same degree as a hoe. Right. But if you're saying she can be a hoe and she can still get married, you're saying that she can monetize her wholeness in a plethora of ways, up to and including in places like Las Vegas, where she can literally be a prostitute legally. She can have kids and still be supported, at the very least, by the government, which would show actual autonomy because it's being allowed by the fact that there's governmental programs, right, where she can have a kid and not worry about it because she can gain several different subsidies because of it. You know, so I'm trying to figure out at what realm, even they have different. So like for the the COs, the women have different parameters than the men. To be a police officer, the women have different parameters than the men. To be a fireman, the women have different parameters than the men. So it's quite literally been made to where you can do this also. The uptick in women being CEOs was great during the George Floyd era for black people and women. You know, DEI benefited women mostly, especially when you include white women. So I'm just trying to figure out who's being pigeonholed to what. I understand the platitude, but you're gonna get judged. It's unrealistic not to say nobody should judge me. That need to be thrown out as a point.
Okay, so what Callie, my main answer is autonomy, right? Autonomy for all women.
Don't tell me
That's
again.
that's the fight of the sisterhood. And what I'm saying is, yes, we have these things, these social things. Women did that. I'm women ain't no scrubs in this fight for our revolution, and I would never allow us to ever think that that's what it is. Even when it came to the Black Panther parties, who you think set up them things? A lot of that was the women. Every fight that we have ever fought, women have played major
Nobody
roles in
disagrees.
the advancement of society. I will
Nobody
not.
disagrees.
So that's what I'm saying. So women are fighting for that. They're fighting to get in these rooms. They're fighting to get into these places. They're fighting to get into these places. Yes, in America, it's this is the best place to see how women have fought to get into places. But women, when we get to this, they looking at it from a world view, from a world image. We are the stage that reflects the whole world.
Okay, that would well tell them that are looking at it a worldview when they're fighting for women that are in the Middle East. Tell them they have to go there, right? And then vet what they think they're fighting for, and you may be surprised what you actually find. Right? I think it's going to be hard pressed to go to the Middle East where a lot of their governmental systems, Sharia, is predicated on what they all believe in and think you're going to change it because they know that that's the law in which they live by because it was given to them by the Most High. So this fight sounds, and I think is some cape and shit that is unrealistic and nobody really willing to put their neck out there. And they also don't understand what they think they fighting against because they never been there and they don't know anybody from there.
Yes. I'm not gonna understand that because you're a man, right?
Well, no, this is what do you know what Sharia is?
No, yeah, I know what Sharia law is.
Okay, yeah, so we understand.
So what I'm saying is, there are people here who have never went to India or parts of Asia who are. You go to these places and they are actively into hip hop. We actively shift the culture right here. It don't matter. We don't have to actually go anywhere. We are the world stage. Regardless if we ever get a passport to go anywhere, the world sees America. The world sees America. We are the world stage. We will affect the culture of every place. Every place eventually. I'm telling you.
Let me this last point, wife school. In Uganda, homosexuality is a crime. There was another place, is it Venezuela or Argentina, that literally just said homosexuality is a mental illness. Nah. When they put Buzz Lightyear, remember? And the black lady was a lesbian, they eliminated that movie from 20 countries. Mm-hmm. China, who has more people than us, literally doesn't let their people look at certain things.
Yep.
Putin been in power for 30 years and does what he want when he want. He's still taking shit by force. Burkina Faso, they don't do none of the shit we do. Mm-hmm. So this influence, because you're talking about music, is unrealistic when they politicizing and policing their own people.
Right. Okay, so what I'm saying is,
I'm done white schools after.
And also what I'm saying, like we think we can get away and apply our loud American tactics overseas. There was a lady I covered on one of my shows. She literally went across seas and started yelling at men in their culture, trying to be in Hyena as she was over here, and she got locked up. So those people, they will put you to the test of what you think you bring in, and like, no, our law, this is how it's going to be over here. So there's just certain things that we have to take a back seat to. It's not all about us. The world doesn't spin around us all the time. And we have to be considerate. And that's why we live in a world with other people other than ourselves.
And we have
so my point was just going to be, well, hang on. My point was just going to be, because Hamp was saying, we in the United States, although the movement is relatively small for now, relatively speaking, it's not small by numbers per se, but just on the grand scheme of things within the total populace of the United States, it's relatively small. But there is a concerted effort to take away women's rights, like the right to vote and the right to, you know what I'm saying, just our basic shit, right to work and all that kind of stuff like that. There is a concerted effort politically for that. So if gone unchecked or whatever like that, then I would have to go on ahead and agree with Sherelle on that point where that fight is needed.
Question.
I don't know if necessarily about, worldwide shit or anything like that. I just know that politically that is actually happening like right now.
Question.
That's all.
Question. What's the largest voting bloc? What's the largest voting bloc? Callie.
For now, it's women.
What's the largest voting bloc?
I'm assuming you're asking me because it's women right now.
I guess that's.
But just because, just because you vote,
okay,
just because you vote that way or whatever like that, that does not. No, hang on. Just because those people are in office that you voted for, they do not vote in favor of what it is that you put them in there for, and we all know this. Just because you put them in there to do something doesn't mean that they're actually going to do it, and they also bypass whatever it is that. No, I'm not speculating anything because they actually because what they actually did though, even though I know you're not pro-choice and everything like that, right? They went on ahead and they put up a vote or whatever like that for I forgot what state that was, whether or not they wanted to have be pro-choice or anti-abortion or whatever like that, and they still put forth legislation despite whatever it is that that the people voted for. They still put forth legislation, luckily for that state or whatever like that, because the will of the people did not want it. It was say it was voted down by the legislature. But what I'm saying is, and what I'm speaking to, is that if there is a concerted effort to take away women's rights, despite whatever it is that the will of the people want and what they put them in there, or might not have put them in there for a different reason, but they're still on the back end doing some shit that ain't about whatever. All right, go ahead, believe what you want.
No, I'm saying like it's belaboring the point, right? I heard what you said. I'm just asking you what's the largest voting bloc, and you edified me on the fact that people are selfish voters. They vote on one issue that concerns them the most, and people are not generally voting against their best interests.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the common sense thing.
And I understand.
And you and Callie taught me that all that shit.
And I understand if someone has a concerted, if they want women not to have their vote, but then people have to vote for that to happen. That doesn't just happen. A loophole.
Nope. That's not how that works. That's not how it works, because people voted for people who voted on immigration voted for the criminals, the actual people that are committing crimes, to go on ahead and be deported, and they're deporting people who have not committed crimes other than them being here illegally, and people who are actually on papers, who are on work visas, are actually being deported too. People, even Republicans, are complaining about that.
Okay, but you said
that's not what they voted for.
But wait, you said two things. You said that you kind of skipped that people being here illegally is not a crime. It is. So they can be disposed.
Nope, that's not. Nope. They voted for people who are committing crimes to be deported, not law-abiding.
What? No, I'm just saying.
Look, that was the. I'm about to get real frustrated right now.
I'm not trying.
What was campaigned on was for illegal citizens, illegal immigrants who are committing crimes, robbery, murder, breaking and entering, shit like that. That's what they voted for being deported. Okay? That's what was campaigned on. And then when you have people who are here on work visas, who are getting deported, who are on paperwork getting deported, who are on DACA being deported, those people did not vote for that. Majority of them did not vote for that. And that's why those Republicans are complaining, because they voted in something that was not actually effectuated in the same way that was campaigned on, that was sold to them.
What about?
But
Let me ask
this
you a
happens in all
question.
election cycles, though.
No,
It
no.
happens in
Excuse
all
me?
election
You
cycles.
gotta,
Hey, yo, I'm done.
you gotta reply to exactly what's being said, right? Because let me ask you, Callie, if they getting caught trespassing, would they get deported? Is that a crime?
That's not what was campaigned on,
Hold on. I'm
and we're
asking you a
not going to
question.
play.
Can you trespass? So can I come in to where you live and can you trespass me?
They
If you're on
campaigned
business
on.
property, no. Because you
No,
want to,
no,
yeah.
no,
So okay,
no,
so
no.
you just don't have an understanding of how law works, then, right? So
No,
you
I
can
know how
trespass
law
people.
works.
Okay, then, so you can trespass people if they're on property illegally, if you don't want them there, etc. Right? So do you think trespass doesn't exist when you cross a border that you're not supposed to? Breaking and
That's
entering? No.
not the
That's
crime
not how
that was
crime goes.
campaigned on. No, but HAMP, I'm telling you, that's not what was campaigned on. They
But
said we're going to get rid of all the rapists and the murderers. Hey, you know what? Hey, if y'all don't know what was campaigned on, that's fine. And if y'all don't want to listen to what I'm saying, that's fine. Okay? But you're not going to sit over here and play in my face and act like they were talking about fucking trespassers.
Wait, hold on.
You're not doing that.
Yeah, you can't.
Can I just respond? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. But one thing Callie need to understand is that the disposition she has doesn't change anything for anybody. Everybody can still reply as they see fit and necessary, right? The argument isn't strengthened because of the attitude, right? So when you're committing crimes, you're committing crimes. They weren't saying only violent crimes. You mentioned
Yes, they did. They actually did.
You mentioned. Here's the thing, right? Do you remember the Patriot Act when we all signed it?
Yeah, I remember that bullshit.
Did we read it, Callie?
No, we didn't.
Okay, so what happens is they campaign the things that pull on your emotions, right? But when you actually dig down into these bills, they cover a whole lot of shit. But of course, I'm gonna campaign on the thing that grabs your attention. That's just good marketing, and you know that you told me that
Yes.
people focus on one thing. You've taught me that literally, like
Yes.
one issue voters. So yeah, I'm saying, yo, I'm gonna get all the killers out. Niggas say stamp that shit. But it's illegals is who they getting out. But that's regular shit. Cal, real quick. Coco wanted to respond, and you could talk his shit.
Yeah. So a campaign slogan is different than what the actual legislature has and what the actual
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, just because, and it happens all presidential, not even just presidential, it happens in all campaigns for any seat in office. People are going to pull in your heartstrings, to get you to vote, and they're going to put in the legislature whatever that they want to put.
Right. So when those people that you vote for are campaigning on something else and they fuck around and take your rights, I don't want to hear shit.
But you're
don't talk to me then.
I'm
not jumping to anything. I'm literally describing the same shit, except it's women's rights instead.
But that's slightly different because
it's not.
Well, currently, is there any legislation that says or that's being proposed? I'm just asking the question. I don't know.
I'll see y'all later. Y'all not finna play in my face tonight. I will see y'all later. Goodbye, HAMP. It was a pleasure. I will see all of y'all later. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. And y'all sitting over here playing in my face. Especially you, Coco, you playing in my face right now like you don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. That's all good, okay? Hyena ban is in effect right now. I'm done. Good night.
I'm so sorry. I'm so lost. Like I really don't know. I really didn't know.
Didn't know what?
I don't know what she was talking about in terms of there's a legislation on the books for women not to be able to vote.
No, she was saying that there's a small what's the word I'm looking for? Not constituent. It's maybe a constituency that are trying to build a tumult against to repeal the 19th. And she's saying that it's small, but it's growing, but you have to repeal the 19th. That's why I was asking, like, what's the largest voting blocks and things of that nature? Even with Roe versus Wade, there's an interesting argument that Roe vs. Wade itself was unconstitutional because it's the federal presiding over the states, and then they give it back to the states and let the people who actually live there be represented properly. So it's interesting, and she is right. There is a group of white men pushing that.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But
the thing.
it's small. I would even argue it's nominal, but things start that way all the time.
Yeah.
So that's her point, But that's why I was asking about the voting block, because you have to repeal it actually, So, yeah. I think that what she's simply stating is they'll put things in our face, that grab our attention. We are not diligent in knowing what we're signing and what we're pushing and going for. Because I guarantee illegal is illegal is illegal.
Yeah.
But they tell you rapists and murderers, and then they show you rapists and murderers on TV. So now you feel a way about all illegals because you think all of them are doing those type of things, and you forget about the ones that work on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because they've painted them a particular picture. Just like with us, when we know the overwhelming minority of us are the ones doing the actual crimes. So we understand logic, but that's how they market things. They said, fuck around and find out. Did you see that? The government is FAFO, right? Fuck around and find out. That's right, Shreya? And literally it's about our war, what's it called? Our military. And they use the Chief Keef song like background music. And it's FAFO. This is a government campaign ad. Like, they know what they doing. People get paid for marketing, even though people think marketing is primarily overhead. Right? But when you get a great marketer, you can make a imprint on people, in an impression. So,
not to mention, there are women being raped and sexually assaulted in those camps. And ICE has made a public article statement saying that they are not responsible for it because those places are detainment centers and not real prisons. So when you understand that that's the world that we live in, everybody that's fighting for their fight, I'm not telling them to stop fighting. We don't live in a beautiful world. This world continues need to expand and get better. And a part of that will have to come with the fall. And I understand that there's going to have to be a fall. So I want it all to play out. Every part of the stage. I don't want it to stop.
Yeah. And I think that to keep women safe, I'm just going to say this, and it's not going to sound humble, but my wife probably the top 10 safest women in the country.
And I like that.
So,
what I'm going to say is 1 in every million man is HAMP.
Well, I didn't do good in sparring today, but I usually do pretty good.
I'm gonna have that candy apples waiting on you after you get back from Vegas. Really?
Yeah, man. But I already think that we need to couple, so I don't know. It's interesting, man. And I appreciate the spirited arguments, because even though Callie got tight, it was about the topic, like, and she felt like she's being misunderstood. But your response, Coco, was kind of similar to mine. Like, you were kind of reiterating what I was saying. And I think that these groups do exist, but I'm telling you, people can hype us with any little thing that scuffs our Timbs,
and set us off. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's all interesting, man.
It's been a great
I like that shit,
I honestly didn't know. I wasn't trying to blow smoke. If I would have known, I would have said I knew. I didn't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is a small group, right? So you kind of dismissing it. Oftentimes, that's done with small groups. There was an interesting conversation that happened, and we get out of here. It was with Trev Smooth. I was interviewing him, and salute to Trev Smooth, and he was like, "Yeah, the single father-led homes have similar outcomes as dual parent homes, right?" I said, "Okay." And then we went to another subject. I'm like, what about the fact that white black women married to white men are also very successful? He's like, well, that's a nominal number. Well, I said, well, so is the other one. But because it kind of was going with kind of what we were talking about, right? In terms of thing, it was good for that. But then this part was like, oh well, nominal is nominal now. So so that happens a lot. That happens a lot, right? We kind of want to bolster our argument. So you can't blame nobody for doing it, So yeah, man. Perfect. Stop, what you think, man? This nigga always eating, boy.
I'm an old young bitch, so I eat
Jesus.
at 8:00. So yeah. I think the conversation was very productive. I love the back and forth. So.
Indeed. What you think, Rel?
It's a great show. Learning to respect the game in all lanes. Every player on the board has a position, even the opposition, for a better tomorrow. We got to come to the fight, and whoever died. That's what fight. Stop protecting them. Let their ass get on the front line. That's how they learn. So, I love women. I want y'all to figure this life shit out. That's where y'all can. Okay?
Indeed. Perfect. White School, what you think?
Very deep waters tonight. Definitely opening up a can of worms with labels and how we just how kind of devolved as women, what it seems like to me. I appreciate these conversations so that we can at least see ourselves and where we fit in, and if we fit into any of those categories, and just try to be better.
What do you mean by devolvement? We can talk about it in Discord.
The show over.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't think
what?
Kind of progress.
I'm gonna build a panel tomorrow if y'all interested. Devolve, and then there's a facet of men that Shad was like breaking down. So these two things might actually go together. So I'll reach out to y'all. But go ahead, High School.
Yeah, just what I've seen, but I'm just saying, like, we don't have to stay there. We don't have to stay at the bottom. And these conversations can help us get out of that, but hopefully outside of all the shade and the bastardization, and actually just be good women and good men. That's all I just hope to see.
Word. Coco.
Thanks for having me again. I will say that a community of women who do whatever they want goes nowhere. For a community to be a community, there has to be a standard. It can't be everyone can do whatever they want whenever they want. It's not going to work. That's not even what community is. There has to be a shared value system. So I believe these conversations are necessary. I think it helps us to kind of think through and process what we're saying in the reality of what makes sense and what works for our community. And I think, again, like everyone said, it was a spirited conversation. And I hope we can give room to, get tight, but then come back together.
Indeed. Onikasu with the $2 says, get off Star Wars. That's my shit. I think he probably wanted to say shit, but YouTube wouldn't allow him. So, Insane with the $2 says, the Sisterhood about to come to HAMP for that. For what? Congo with the $5 says, Coco, keep talking. Insane with the $2 says, Sherelle showing her true colors took 2+ hours. Insane with the $2 says, don't women have the right to disagree with each other? Darren was popping with the $5. Shalom says, Eve was born a wife. Y'all aren't supposed to be autonomous. You're supposed to be guided by a man. Insane with the $2 says, y'all judge each other. You have the right to do it. Insane with the $2 says, when there is full autonomy, there is zero order. Insane with the $2 says, law-abiding illegal immigrants, crime at first step. And saying with the $2, I can admire that Callie's passionate about her viewpoint. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. I think the show was pretty cool, man. I appreciate it, going through the different definitions and really minding through them. And I understand that there's a lot of internet jargon, but how these things actually manifest in the earth, and if you fit any one of the archetypes that is deemed unbecoming, look and see if you should maybe change it or try to escape from it or do something differently, because there's a whole lot of things that are often caused regarding issue because of our disposition when we're dealing with said issue, like why do things devolve when things seemingly are out of order and what's happening? A lot of times it's how we acting. So I think it was dope, man. I think it was dope. Sherelle, what's wrong with your cheek?
I got a toothache.
You got a toothache? Damn, son. A real one?
It's in my head. It's in my eye.
You ain't gonna be able to sleep. Yo,
I've been crying. I haven't been sleeping all weekend.
Why you not going to the doctor?
I did. This shit not working. Nothing they doing this for me from work is working.
What they give you?
They gave me ibuprofen and some antibiotics.
Yeah, you got to take that. You've been taking the antibiotics on schedule?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you know what that means. You know what you could do?
Them damn candy apples, man.
They'll pull it for you.
That's what she need to do is just take the damn teeth.
You said go to jail?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of niggas go to jail just
it costs a couple of $100 to get a tooth pulled. Come on now. Big mama, no kids. Okay.
I need a root canal.
I'm trying to heal. I don't want to lose my teeth. I think it's problematic when people be taking their teeth out their mouth.
No, you need a root canal.
These teeth. Look at them.
You need a root canal, but you gotta go ASAP though, because if I'm gonna tell you,
they can't do the root canal until I kill the infection. That's why I want antibiotics.
Well, yeah, kinda, yeah. I'm just saying though, if that antibiotics ain't working,
it's only day 2 of antibiotics. Yeah.
Now you could. One time I had got all my wisdom teeth pulled. My mom, I got out the car because you be high off the anesthesia, and so she tried to get me to get the pain. So she gave me like 6 antibiotic pills at once, but I felt better, I guess.
So eat them all. Just eat them all.
Well, she like, I meant to give you the Vicodin. I said, well, thank God I didn't get 6 of them.
God. 6 Vicodins.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be the same half today.
Boy, I be in here on some, man. So salute to my dukes, man. Yeah, man.
It's the dentist, like, they hard to get an appointment. Them niggas act like they celebrities, bro. Like, what the fuck is up with dentists?
I got a pretty
good dentist. Be like, we got an appointment next month.
They be making money.
Aspen Dentals, they like usually take you pretty quick.
Yeah, Aspen. Yo, but if you only 2 days in though, it'll start. It should hit tomorrow for sure. They gave you amoxicillin.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, man. Damn, man. Salute, man. Hey, good show, great show. I think we'll get a lot of dope clips out of this one. You heard? The discourse was lively, but it was topical. So I think those are usually the best ones.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Kelly, for bringing up politics. Oh, that's her passion. I didn't want her ears to get hot. I know her ears started getting hot. But I'm proud of her for leaving instead of crashing out. Because like HAMP just started smiling. Because he know what happened with politics and buzzballs.
I just told her like, now, man, you do that, niggas still gonna say what they want to say.
I love it. That's the next podcast.
Yeah, man. Politics and buzzballs, man. Pause. Yeah, man. Jump in the Discord, have some fun, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, most high willing. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe.
Tell a friend and tell a friend. And we out.
Women's POV, a place to be heard. When it's POV, I need a word with my girls, women's POV. Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives. Women ladies, put the kids to bed and pull up a seat. We don't judge, come up, just say what's up before you speak. Tuesday night, this night, this might be risky every week. So let your head down, pour the wine up and get ready for the tea. It's a different outlook, trying to find out what is missing. DJ HAMP gon' let you cook to edify and not to burn down the kitchen. Relationships, kids, new women just one, don't judge. Girl, we listening, don't judge. Yeah, girl, we listening, don't judge. Don't judge. Cause girls just wanna fight and women just wanna have fun. Women's POV, I need a word with my girls. Women's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives. Yeah.